evening and welcome to Schnozzcast episode 104 for Saturday, December 19th, 2020. This is Bob. Thank you for joining us. To my left, decked out in his holiday finest, Mr. Nicholas Bader.
Oh, happy Christmas to you, Bob. And across the little carpety freeway there, we've got Mr. Jeffrey Corey Lebowski.
Oh, hey. Oh, and to my left.
Every time.
It's only been 100 episodes, man.
It's not just about you, sweetheart.
I know.
He's
To my
not
left.
He's not your waiter.
Miss Danielle Finn.
Hello.
Hello.
You would think every week he forgets that I'm sitting next to him.
He's so excited about the new table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his tablecloth. That's what he's really excited about.
I know.
It is quite fantastic.
That's why you had to wear matching
It's
pants.
a black fucking
Exactly.
tablecloth.
She's like, I noticed you like the table so much, so this is what I wore tonight.
Hey, can you turn on the on-air sign?
Sure.
Thanks, buddy.
While he's doing that, if you are new to the podcast, thank you for joining us. Special episode tonight. It is a ugly Christmas sweater themed episode, along with gift exchange, and we're gonna have a special guest. So let me get through housekeeping real quick. If you're just joining us for the first time, you can find us on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and anywhere where you can get an audio podcast on any platform of your choice. We are also available on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. All, Corey,
Yes, Bob.
at Schnozzcast.
That is correct.
None of that bananas garbage about having to put a number one in the end of it or a space podcast in the end of it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are unified under the at Schnozzcast brand on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So it's amazing. It's something that's been a long time coming, and it honestly kind of took some of us by surprise that it actually happened.
Yeah, it did.
But here it is, and we couldn't be happier. So, and also don't forget to email us with all of your existential questions or requests for love life advice from Danielle Finn. Oh, she'll
I don't
answer.
know how I got volunteered for that.
Okay, look at the four of us. Which one of us?
I mean.
See,
Exactly.
there you have it. At schnozzcast at gmail.com with any of those things. So, jumping right into it. A bit of a different format for tonight. We're going to go about 30 minutes, and then we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to have a special guest, Mr. Jason Cline. That is C-L-I-N-E, just to get the spelling right. He is a personality, a famous person, if you will, on TikTok and Instagram. If you want to take a look at him before he joins us at around 10:15 p.m. Eastern, you can find him at J Cline Show, J-C-L-I-N-E Show on Instagram. So we're looking forward to that. And in the meantime, Corey, I think probably, well, first of all, let's take just a quick second to recognize. Let's start with the luminous Miss Danielle Finn.
Yeah.
And what are you sporting tonight? Who are you wearing tonight?
Who am I wearing tonight?
Yes.
I am wearing an Office special.
Mm-hmm.
It's Michael Scott saying, happy birthday, Jesus. Sorry your party is so lame.
Wow.
Excellent.
I take offense to that.
I mean, I felt it was kind of appropriate for this year anyway. So
Because you refer to me as Jesus sometimes.
No.
Moving
It's
on.
not your birthday month yet, Nick.
Oh, it's
I'd
coming.
like to-
I know.
I'd like to stick with Danielle just for a second, then have Danielle describe what Corey's wearing tonight.
Just do that.
First of all, Danielle, what size would you say that is? Like a medium?
Yeah, it's medium.
It's an extra large.
It should be a medium.
You bought it from one of those European shops where the sizes are all fucking weird.
Probably from Japan.
No, the crazy part is it's a U.S.-based company, too.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Ripple Junction.
I'm not familiar with them.
Me there.
They're a T-shirt and sweater company.
Okay.
But, yeah, when I opened the package yesterday and held it up, I was like, oh, boy.
He was a little concerned.
Did you buy it from their little boy's shop?
Apparently, it's a youth XL.
Is that, does Oshkosh make that?
Yes.
Is it Garanimals? Do you have like matching bottoms to go with them? I match up the giraffe and the giraffe. I know what to wear today.
It's actually a onesie.
Oh, that would be so did anyone else have that as kind of like just a brief thought for tonight?
Getting a onesie?
Yeah, you can get them. Christmas
I know,
onesies.
I know.
I think they call them jumpers in the UK.
I never had that thought.
I mean,
Never?
they're
Not
called
once?
onesies. No, I get too
Just
warm
for,
in that much.
Oh, shoot.
fabric.
Really? So you mean instead of a blanket covering yourself,
Yeah.
that you
I
could
don't
just
have
put
the
a
blanket
onesie
on today.
Right.
I don't.
Of course she doesn't have the blanket on today because I set it on her seat for
know.
the first time ever. So she's like, you're not going to tell me what to do. And she put it back over there.
I saw
Every
it. I
other
was like,
time
oh.
she gets up and grabs
I know.
it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to fold it and put it right on her seat.
I
She's
know,
like,
I-
fuck Nick Bader.
'cause I came
I'm
in-
not using this
I
fucking
was like,
goddamn.
oh, that was nice.
He
Nick,
can't fucking tell me what to do.
Nick put the blanket on my chair, but I'm too warm. I don't need it today.
My tits will cut glass before I use that blanket.
Wow, we might have the title of the episode right there. Nick, what are you sporting tonight here?
Oh, well, I have a very festive Christmas sweater here.
I noticed the nipple lights are very strategically placed.
Well,
You got one down below, too?
It takes a lot to direct your eyesight, but I'm thinking I'm getting there tonight.
It takes a lot to direct my eyesight to the flashing lights he's got on his nipples.
That's right. So
I'm struggling not to look at them, in fact.
Thank you. Well, I mean, there's 3 guys and a girl on a podcast, so usually everyone's eyes are going over to Danielle. So, I need to get a little action myself.
and Nick has to get the attention.
Got it.
Thank you, Danielle. I'm
You're
glad you brought
welcome.
that up. But yeah,
Whatever I can to do for you.
exactly.
So, all right.
But yeah, as Corey would say,
Seem genuine.
of course you had to fucking get a goddamn shirt with fucking lights on it.
You definitely would.
Yeah.
You and your appropriately sized sweater.
Yeah.
You almost got one that had lights on it.
I did. There was an office sweater that I found
Okay.
that was a light up one, but
Okay,
would've
you
been
guys aren't going to
easy.
Sadie Hawkins.
Right.
Let's
I was
not
gonna
dress
say,
together.
That would have been an easy one to get. I'm glad you decided to.
I bought mine for work, so.
Oh, did you?
I did. We have ugly sweater day on
Well,
Monday.
so did he.
That's right. He bought his because he's going to work tonight.
That's right. All night long, baby. The
Especially-
dude abides
Yes,
all
he does.
night long.
In a very small
I do
shirt.
like the rolling pins on the side.
Yeah, you guys see that? Oh,
Oh,
there you
dude, you just know that sweater's gonna be the only thing he's wearing tonight. It's gonna be on.
Well, the funny thing is that like if that was actually like a knitted sweater and it actually fit him, he probably would wear it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
go. It does. I mean, it fits.
Oh,
That is
Until it's first wash.
I mean, yeah, it fits. If you wash it once, it's
Oh
gonna,
yeah, it's definitely not going to
Well,
be
you
washed.
can't dry it.
it's gonna be like
well, yeah. You wash it in cold water and you do not dry. You lay it flat.
Yeah.
You might be able to do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's the only time it shrinks is when it's in the dryer, or if you wash it in hot water. So
Looks
you
like-
wash it in cold.
If
you should be
anything,
fine.
if it shrinks, you can send it back.
It looks like doll clothing.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
Because it's Amazon.
There you go.
Amazon takes that back everything.
Thank you, Amazon.
They do.
Moving right along.
Yep. So I'm sporting the Star Wars sweater tonight.
No one
and,
asked me.
I was, we were going around the fucking room, and you're like, oh, okay, I've talked about my nipple lights. Time to move on. Gentlemen's agreement, everyone.
Exactly.
I think I put it on, and like 90 seconds later, came down the stairs, and I'm like, I'm already fucking sweating. I cannot wait to take it off.
So for Bob, the thermostat temperature has been dropped to 64. So
I appreciate it.
it should be even colder in the basement.
Kind of thought we talked about 50s, but that's
Well,
fine.
we'll see how it goes.
We'll deal with it.
Danielle will wear that blanket yet.
I'm actually pretty comfortable right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make you uncomfortable then.
Oh,
and,
perfect.
No, just kidding. Corey, I think at this point, in the interest of time, let's move on and do a little gift exchange.
Sure.
Let's do that. Who would like to go first, gentlemen? Ladies, gentlemen.
I'll give
Well-
Corey his.
All right, there you go.
I'm the closest to Corey's gift. So.
Okay. Ow.
Oh, that didn't sound good.
In this
I
house,
thought for a second he was gonna wrap it for you and like show you what it was. Like,
This is
see
what
what
I
you
got you.
Anyway, who's next?
in this house, when people get you presents, you come to them.
Oh, okay.
Is that what happens?
That's where you don't get
He
it.
does
yeah,
not
because
deliver.
it's not like we're working at the clock or anything. That's fine. Let's
I'm-
just make this take forever.
I mean,
That's cool.
It could. So are you saying I would have walked faster?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
There we go. Saving some time.
Oh yes, thank you, dude.
Don't call him that just because of that
Appreciate
sweater.
that.
Now.
And while you're getting that, I'm gonna go grab mine. So.
Oh, the dude does abide. Look at that. So Danielle,
Yes, Nicholas.
what sort of Christmas thong did you get me?
I did not do any sort thing.
A Santa hammock,
Yeah.
a little bed for Saint Nick. Did you see what Bob wrapped mine in?
Pink.
Yeah.
Camo.
Yeah.
I was looking through my.
It's a little light for a
thing of,
dildo, Bob.
Like Christmas decorations, and there was one.
That's a small one for you.
There was one
seriously.
like tiny, lonely roll of that paper, and I looked at it and I'm like,
Why do you?
and then I held the box up and I'm like, oh, this will fit. I'm getting rid of this paper.
Why do you have camouflage pink wrapping paper?
Because I have kids.
Okay, so which one of your kids wanted camouflage pink? Because I'm angry.
Probably
at,
my daughter.
I'm angry at both of them. Your
Probably
daughter
my
doesn't
daughter.
strike me as a camo girl.
Well, I probably had that paper for like
You
15
strike me as a camo
years.
girl.
Apparently, seriously. I asked him upstairs. I was
Perfect,
like,
moving on.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that for to go down in internet infamy. Me unwrapping a pink present. People are gonna be like, "Oh, what's going on with that?"
Look, you should be comfortable with your sexuality, dude. It's totally fine.
I am. I just
No one cares.
I'm opening a pink present.
Well, you didn't wrap it. What do you got to worry about?
That's true. I
See,
did.
there you go.
Corey.
Danielle, would you like to go first?
Oh, I thought Corey was.
Fuck him. Well, he can go second.
So this
Yes,
is
it's
from
ladies' night.
the three of us.
Yep, let's keep the talking going, fellas.
All right.
My
Audio podcast.
amazing wrapping job.
You were the
I
worst,
know.
dude.
Wow.
I hope you do a better job on actual Christmas.
Skimpy little shorts.
Skippy.
Skimpy little shorts. We knew you'd love it.
I'm actually glad they're not skimpy. That would have been a little
They're not
awkward.
skimpy.
Oh, she's washing them in hot water.
No, I'm
That
not.
dryer's gonna be on high.
Definitely not.
Oh shit! But Corey's sweater in there too. Fuck.
So yeah, we're doing. We randomly exchanged names, and we're exchanging gifts now. If you can't see us because it's an audio podcast,
And then it's a Harry Potter Funko game.
we knew you'd love it.
A game?
I think it's a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
Bob,
It's
remember?
a strategy game.
I can't see it from here. I'll take your word for it, though.
Do you need glasses on top of your glasses?
I might.
Thanks, guys.
You're
I have to
welcome.
dial these in a little bit.
Seriously.
Put my contacts
Coke
in, my
bottles.
glasses on.
Put my Coke bottles on. Excellent. Corey, you're up.
You are up, sir.
You use a lot of tissue paper.
It's because it's easy to do and you'd have to wrap anything. Oh, maybe if I put a shitload of paper in there, it'll look like I made an effort.
That is true.
I think
I got your number,
I
buddy.
think Corey was actually the brains behind all this, because why we put wrapping paper around gifts on an audio podcast, I have no idea. I think Corey
He
had
didn't think this through
no.
very well.
Corey hit the nail on the head with bags.
That's kind of true.
I mean,
God damn it.
Yeah, but if I would
I
have
can't live in a world, sir, where we're giving him credit.
no, but it was laziness for Corey. It wasn't he thought about it ahead of
His
time.
laziness paid off, though. Fuck.
Yeah, so
Sometimes it does.
he's like, I don't want to sit down and wrap anything, so I'm going to put
right.
him in these old bags.
Take
that
your
I saved.
time, buddy. It's totally cool.
He's a very shuffly person.
Oh, my own fins.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't have to lose yours.
There you go.
For the listeners, what kind of fins are they?
They are
Shark fins.
Not necessarily brand, but what are they for?
for swimming and snorkeling.
Those are actually so they downsize fins for snorkeling, and then there's a split in the middle of them. So those are supposed to be work really well. I actually added those to my Christmas list a while ago too, but a different color. So I thought, this would be cool. We'll both have fins, goggles, and a snorkel that actually works to be able to use on vacation.
Very nice. Thank you, sir.
You got it.
All right, Nick Bader.
Oh yeah,
Open your pretty gift.
yeah, right.
Yeah, this the wrapping paper's really.
It was a bad choice. We didn't think it through. Like most things. Oh, man, thanks. I'm going to keep this paper.
Forever and ever.
Yeah, right.
Right, baby.
Oh boy. Actually, didn't put my knife in my pocket, but I think it just.
Yeah, there you go. Just like that. 2 hands.
Yep. 2 hands gently.
Oh,
Roll
there-
it gently. Roll.
There it
roll,
is.
Roll.
What the fuck?
What are you looking at here?
That's awesome. What is that? Is that another movie
That is
that I have not seen?
a fistful of dollars in Italian.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, where it was shot in Italy.
Oh, that's awesome.
These are movie posters for the audio listeners. Fistful of dollars. That should be for a few dollars more.
Oh, sweet.
And then,
There's another one there.
yep, good, the bad, and the ugly.
Dude, that's awesome. Are these like what the actual official posters were
From Italy, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Thank you, buddy.
No problem, buddy.
Very cool.
All right.
These will festoon my basement somewhere.
I'm going to. All right.
There's several in there.
All right. All right. First is some sort of a tin.
Can of mixed nuts.
Oh, with some Delta Airlines biscotti. Love it. Love it.
You gave
Some
up
Delta.
on biscotti?
Are these Delta pomegranates?
No,
Were you just emptying your cupboard? I'm never going to eat these.
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Well, and then what's on the bottom there? Those do have a
the
purpose.
Werthers?
That's because you're old.
Apple.
You got
caramel apple.
Feel free to keep those in your pocket. And
Filled
hand them out.
Werthers. Yeah. I'll put those right next to my AARP.
I was gonna say my grandma always had those on her purse.
Exactly.
So did my grandma.
We also have oh man, dude, I had this poster in my bedroom when I was a kid.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. The classic Raiders of the Lost Ark archaeological poster, but this is like a tin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is awesome, dude. I'm hanging this in my house.
Oh, I.
Oh.
I'll come over there.
I was like, don't throw that.
All right. We also have some original caramel Cowtails minis to go with my old man Werthers. Some original corn nuts. I see it was a very productive stop at the
Gas station?
liquor store today.
Yeah.
That's all Dollar Tree, man.
Okay. Thanks for making it even worse.
No, Dollar Tree has the best stuff.
I'm just kidding. A Vertigo Lotus Typhoon windproof torch
So
flame water resistant. Nice.
Also for up north. Because
Okay.
you waterlogged your lighter last year.
Oh, it's child resistant too. Fantastic.
So you got a waterproof torch lighter for your.
It may as well just say drunk Bob resistant.
Yeah. That'd be probably just as accurate. We also have the Big Lebowski playing cards. I assume you have these already.
No, I got myself a set
Yeah, I was
with
gonna-
yours.
That's what I would have done too.
Yeah, he took them out of the. He was showing me yesterday, and I go, "Oh, are those for you or for Bob?" He goes, "Well, these are Bob's, and these ones are mine."
That's awesome, man. Thank you. What is this? Oh, Ripple Junction, Big Lebowski dude photo adult T-shirt XL black. So I assume it's going to fit me like a medium.
Hopefully the T-shirts
It's
are
from
size
Ripple.
different.
It's from Ripple Junction. So I'll do that later.
Yep. Let's keep moving.
I am, dude. Sorry. Last one.
Nope, there's still more.
Swear to God.
There's something on the side.
What is that?
Those are
Yeah. What are these?
those are lanyards, also for your kayak, to clip onto your Yeti cap
So you don't lose your lid.
and then clip it onto your kayak.
Dude, you're the best.
So,
So you won't lose mine. Why do I feel like half of this gift was just to make sure I don't fuck up your shit?
And it's and it matches your kayak.
Oh, and a tool record.
I wasn't sure if you had it or not,
I'd have to look.
but I figured you could add that to your Sunday vinyl collection. and-
Absolutely. Oh, dude, this is awesome. This is a very thoughtful gift bag. Thank you. All right.
Oh, Corey's got to open his.
Apparently there's another.
There's another one?
Corey gets 2
Okay.
because he's that special of a friend. He's that special.
Wow.
I did turn his mic down earlier. Now I'm like, I thought I turned it down. Why is he louder? He
Right.
almost seems louder.
I'm having to
than he did.
readjust myself so I'm talking louder
Yeah,
now.
because he knows that you turned it down on him, so he's
Now
making
he's
sure
shouting.
it's extra loud.
Great. That's okay because
Turn down my mic. How
When I-
dare you?
when I was doing the audio for 103, I'm like, why the fuck is Nick so much louder than everybody? So I sent him a text. I'm like, remind me on Saturday, like I need to turn your mic down. And he surprisingly didn't lose his shit. And he was like, oh, okay.
That is pretty sweet.
What you got?
Brewmate canteen.
Ooh.
Look, a flask.
Yeah, it's a brewmate flask.
Very nice.
The rubber coating does the sleeve slides off too. So if you want to like slide it into a coat or something and not get it
nice.
caught, and then it also came with the brewmate sticker.
That's quite heavy duty.
Isn't that sweet?
It's very heavy for a
That's
flask.
that's why I said if you were extremely late,
Oh, wow.
I was going to keep that.
That's really nice.
Well, this is awesome. I feel like everybody got something that's kind of indicative of their personality and worked out well.
Yes.
Good job, everybody.
All right.
And Corey, I think I got about like 9:50, maybe like 7 minutes left. So do you think we can do Gentleman's Agreement reviews in 7 minutes?
I believe we could.
All right. So we're going to keep it quick. Danielle, did you watch
Yes.
the movie? Go for it.
I had Stigmata.
Yep.
I did not really enjoy it a whole lot. It was real weird.
That's true. That's a true story.
I just feel like it didn't really fully explain like anything. I don't know. It's like
Oh, okay.
It made no sense.
like it just I thought there would have been more of an explanation as to what like why it happened or like why it was her. And I didn't really get a lot of that from it.
Stigmata is taking on the injuries and wounds of Christ.
Right, but they said like the priest had kept saying it was for like deeply religious people, and she was an atheist.
So it's
That's why I was confused.
it happens like in both directions. Just kind of how like when they say that spirits attach themselves or people get possessed as either someone that's extremely devout or as lacking faith.
I guess that makes
So
sense.
yeah, it's like either a really weak-willed person or very strong in their faith person.
Yeah.
So
It was very strange.
was it scary?
No.
No.
All right. Awesome. Moving on quickly to Mr. Selesky.
I had Gone
Gone
Girl.
Girl. I can't wait. Let's hear it.
Finally had to watch it.
Now, I have seen it, so I'm interested to hear what you think.
So it was a good movie. It definitely kept my attention. I mean, the beginning was a little weird. The fact that you're kind of like, okay, well, it sounds like he kills her, obviously.
Right. Little misdirection.
Yeah, the little intro that they do with him basically talking about disemboweling his wife and unraveling her brain or whatever.
Right.
Jesus.
Right. By the way, if you're new to the podcast, spoilers.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we do Gentleman's Agreement.
Spoiler alert.
We are reviewing movies that we assigned to each other to watch the previous week, and we'll make new assignments at some point before we end today. But yeah, spoilers for sure.
So there's that kind of misdirection in the beginning, and then like I thought the movie was about to be over in the very middle when it kind of shows that she's not dead and she's just on. I'm like, oh well, that was a very quick movie. And
Credits.
yeah, and then I hit the screen. I'm like, oh, there's still another hour 22 minutes left. Like I said, I don't want to give too much way out of it because it was a good movie. And I actually got home and I had 17 minutes left to finish. And I'm like, let me turn this thing on so I can get it finished and see the ending of it.
It's dedication.
And well, I will say though, the end, I looked at Danielle. I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
He's like, that's how it ends? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't spoil it, but
I'm like, "That's it? Seriously?"
because legitimately, like Nick, if you're ever like looking for shit to watch, like you should watch it.
He was so pissed at me.
Because the movie did grip me, and I thought there was going to be a very sweet ending.
Yeah.
And
No.
That's not how David
Not
Fincher
at all.
works. Yeah.
Sure, it
Yeah.
wasn't just Danielle that gripped you.
Oh God. Okay, moving on. Austin, thank you, Corey. Nick Bader.
I had the Big Night. Is that what it was called?
Big night.
Big Night. Yeah. Basically, it was a movie about Italians that came over from Italy and started a restaurant, and it wasn't doing so hot at first, and then they kind of found their groove, and it's really just kind of back of the house what goes on, and kind of Italian American film. I forget when it was made, in the 90s or something like that.
Yeah, early 90s.
Really good. A lot of big name actors, and Isabella Rossellini was in it. Thank God.
So hot.
But yeah,
Back in the day.
yeah. But a lot of cool actors, really great acting. I'll leave it at that. But I enjoyed it for sure.
All right. So I got 2 minutes, I think. So my Corey assigned me Skin, the history of nudity in the movies. So when he assigned it to me, he just said, "You got to watch Skin." I'm like, "Where is it?" He's like, "It's on Hulu." I go, "Okay," I wrote it down. And then I started it up, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Okay, I see what he's done to me. It was actually really entertaining. I learned a bunch of shit about movies that I had seen, but didn't really know the history behind it because they actually interviewed some of the actors and actresses who were in the film. And it kind of went from, really early on, like talkies, 1920s, 1930s, all the way up to silent films, all the way up to present day. I will say I was a little kind of embarrassed at how many of the movies I had already seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
because a lot of them were like when I grew up, it was in the early 80s when my dad had on TV.
Watch nudes all the time.
He had on TV, and he had one thing in the living room that had like a passcode on it, but he had another unlocked one in his bedroom. And he and my mom would watch movies, and then they would fall asleep, and then I would like army crawl in, and I would. Oh God, I watched almost all of those movies I saw when I was like 11.
Oh, good.
Anyway,
Just
Awesome.
dry humping the hell out of that bed.
Awesome documentary. We can get into that later. Awesome documentary. It definitely kept my attention, and I'm like, yeah, I want to finish this before, though. You know, it wasn't anything where I'm like, oh, I'll blow this.
Did you eventually finish?
Oh, I finished.
Did you blow it off?
Oh, it was
Twice.
glorious.
Did your dad used to have a water bottle that he squirted you with?
No, but he did have a water bed.
Get out of here. What'd I tell
Go
you?
on, get.
Yeah.
All right. So it is now time for us to, we're about 30 minutes in. We're going to take a short break for about 15 minutes. You don't have to go anywhere. You can stay right here. We're going to put up some interlude music along with some new clips that courtesy of Mr. Nicholas Bader to keep you entertained. So go get a drink, take a quick break. You can leave us on, keep the volume up, listen to some music and some tunes, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Yeah! Hey, brother, you're listening to the Schnozzcast, dig it? My boys Corey, Nick, and Bob probably crushing some cans before the next match. Yeah, Miss Elizabeth and I never miss the opportunity to feel the excitement that is Schnozzcast. Yeah, you know the Macho Man is the Tower of Power. Too sweet to be sour. Take it from the Macho Man. Hang in there, brother. Ooh, yeah.
Welcome back to the second half of episode 104 for Schnozzcast. Thanks for sticking with us. We are going to kick the second half off with a Schnozzcast shot. So, Nick.
Cheers. Salute. Slancha. Nasrovia.
Cheers.
Corey. Danielle. Cheers.
All right.
Woo! Oh, God. All right. So we are going to now transition into our special guest, joining the podcast, Mr. Jason Cline. We're going to try to bring him in over video.
So, yes, we do have Mr. Jason Cline here on the line. And, Jason, welcome to the Schnozzcast, sir.
Hey, good to be here.
There he is. How are you?
Living the dream, living the dream.
So, okay, there he is. We
Yeah.
see him on the screen.
Now we see.
There's a
Okay.
delay on our screen.
Yeah, we got
but-
a little bit of a delay, but we got you.
Wow, nice shirt, man.
Oh, yeah. Got the Christmas tree.
Yeah, you came through. You found it in one of your boxes back in the spare bedroom somewhere.
I'm going to say that's homemade.
100% homemade.
Very nice.
100% wife made.
You got a good woman there, sir.
So, for those of you who don't know, Mr. Jason Cline is, I would dare to say, a superstar
Wow.
on TikTok. And we were fortunate enough to get in contact with him through our Instagram, and he agreed to come on the show. So,
For only a small fee.
yeah, what you charge, Jason, is wow. But the check's in the mail.
Cut us a break. We got a discount rate. So
So, for those that are fans of TikTok, Jason, how many followers do you currently have?
I don't know, like 2 million or something.
Only 2 million.
That's about as modest as someone with 2 million followers
Right.
can say. I don't know. It's around 2 million. I mean, who's counting?
Only 2 million.
Give or take a couple 100,000, you know.
Yep.
So, Jason, starting out with what got you onto TikTok?
Well, that's a great question. What got me onto TikTok? Gary V was a huge influence, and then a good friend of mine, Alex Griswold, was already on TikTok, and we just got talking, hanging out, and it all worked out because it was right before quarantine hit. So it's given me something to do in California here, where we've been a little crazy. It's given me something to do the past year, which has been great.
So, when you originally started out, did you plan on ever thinking that you'd have 2 million followers on your platform on TikTok?
No, and actually, funny story. So I started basically December 1st of last year. So I've been on TikTok for a year, and for Christmas, I remember hitting, I think it was maybe 10,000. I had built up to 10,000 followers or something by Christmas. And I was so excited that I did a $100 giveaway for Christmas time. And I was like, oh my gosh, 10,000 followers. This is insane. Like, what is happening? And fast forward a year, and it's a bit crazier than that. So no, I never thought millions would ever be in my future.
Like, what am I going to have to do when I get to 1 million followers? Like $10,000? What do we have to do here?
We were going to do a $100 giveaway this Christmas, but we used that on you. So,
well, thank you, thank you.
He's lying. We never had $100.
It was towards the bill. Yeah, we did a gift exchange, Jason, before we brought you on the show here, and our cap was $50 a person. So if that tells you anything about the cast.
Great.
Yeah, we
Love
try
it.
to cut corners where we can. Now with what you do on TikTok, for those that haven't seen you, well, I mean, out of 2 million people, I'm sure plenty of people obviously have, but what's your go-to on TikTok? What's your niche, if you will?
That's a good question. I feel like I'm not as niched as most people. I think most people, especially our age, think of TikTok as the dancing app where all the kids are just dancing.
Right.
That's the first question I normally get asked when someone finds out about my TikTok account. Do you dancing on there? Like, what are you doing? But fortunately, TikTok is much bigger than that. So for me, I actually it's interesting, but I mean, I just find things that I think people would find interesting, whether it's facts, whether it's fun visual things, interesting news, and I just share it. And part of that also involved me sharing stories of my own personal life that have been pretty crazy. So yeah, I feel like I'm pretty broad. I try to just figure out what would someone want to see, and what can an old man like me figure out how to put on there that people will watch. I mean, that's really my game.
So, and since you're the one that mentioned it, and I wasn't going to, you are an older presence on TikTok. What would you say the normal age ranges for TikTok users?
It's actually gone up a lot the past year, but right now it's probably late teens, early 20s is the average age. Probably closer to late teens. If there are over 1 billion people that use the app, and I would say it's probably around 19 to 20. It used to be much younger, but a lot of our age folks are skewing the average up. Okay.
So now, when you did start all this, and prior to your 2 million viewers, your storytelling, was that something that you had thought of prior and wanted to carry it along, doing the TikToks, or was that just something that you decided to do one day and that just you kept on with that?
That's actually a really good question. So when I first started TikTok, if you scroll down to my TikTok, I don't expect any of you to do this, but if you wanted to, you could scroll down. You can scroll down to the bottom of my TikTok page, and the very first 2 videos you'll see that I ever posted on TikTok was a story that happened like real time. I won't spoil the details for you. You can watch the video, but basically a guy came barging into our apartment, an older gentleman, and I thought he was having a heart attack. He busted in the front door, fell face first on the ground. I thought he was having a heart attack. We had friends over. Like, call 911. He ran out the door, and he's like running around in the street, and he ends up face planting into the concrete, busting his face all open. Turns out he was a dementia patient who had escaped from a nearby mental hospital. And yeah, so I was like, I have to share this on TikTok. Like, this was crazy. So I guess from the beginning, I knew that I like telling stories. I've always been a kind of storyteller, within the friend group and parties and stuff. So I think it was always there, but it took a while for the stories to reach a wider audience. I told a lot of stories that you won't see on my TikTok page now because like 20 people saw them. So it took a while to figure out how to tell a story to get people hooked and interested.
And for those that aren't familiar, obviously on TikTok, you only have a certain amount of time, correct, in order to tell that story?
Yeah. So you have a max of 60 seconds. Though most of my videos are around 30 seconds or less, but that gets into more of like how to be successful on TikTok and watch time and the algorithm. But yes, you can go up to 60 seconds.
I thought I heard Corey refer to it as the TikToks. Now I'm the old guy.
I'm not as old as you,
right? And I know I legitimately, Jason. I thought about getting TikTok just to prep for this interview, so I could look at your TikTok. But I'm like, no, I'm too old to get TikTok.
Bob's phone
There'll be
wouldn't
some
even
sort of alarm that goes off. Some sort of
Bob's phone wouldn't even let him download it.
Yeah.
When you were talking about a crazy dementia older gentleman busting into your place, I thought,
I'm like, hey,
why was
what?
Bob in California? I couldn't figure it out what was going on.
Come on. But then I was like, that's genius. Move into a complex with crazy people. Pure fodder for TikTok.
Right.
Yeah. There are a surprising number of people who purposely change their life in a way that makes their life more interesting for TikTok.
Yeah, that's dedication.
So, and we discussed when we were talking this week. So you haven't done that with your, and not to get into your personal life, but you still have a day job and you still go about your normal life. You're not. This isn't your main gig, correct?
Correct. I very much so have a very real adult job in Silicon Valley here in California. Most of the people I work with have no idea about my TikTok, nor do I care to share about it with them. Just,
I hear you, man.
Yeah. So I do. I will say though that actually my buddy Alex and I were just talking about this, that for the number of followers that I have, number one, I am older than the average person that has millions of followers, which I get. There are older people than me on TikTok, which is fine, but it's a small little demographic. And I would say that the majority of people with millions of followers on TikTok, that is their full-time thing. So they do not have a day job. So, it makes it pretty crazy. Now, fortunately, we don't have kids, which is like, all of my free time is either on TikTok or videos, rather than chasing kids around the house, which gives me that time. But yeah, certainly it's weird to have a full-time job and have millions of followers for sure.
No, but at least you're not ignoring kids to do TikTok. I mean, hats off to you. I could be taking care of those kids, but I got this TikTok stuff to do. So hats off to you for knowing, like, I probably shouldn't do that right now. I'm not ready. Kind of got my time booked into the TikTok.
I mean, in a way, you're dedicating a lot of your time to kids because, that's TikTok, right?
Great perspective. Yes.
So we have some people in the Facebook room here too, Jason, that said they started to follow you on Instagram and TikTok.
But one of them is Todd Dillon. He's older than me.
So
I'm not even sure he knows how to find the TikTok app.
If you have a request from Todd Dillon, he is one of our friends. That he's an avid listener.
He's a storyteller as well. He will love your TikTok.
He did say he only has 4 followers on TikTok though.
Yeah, he goes, wow. He goes, I only have 4 followers on TikTok.
You know why? Because he's got dogs. That's where he puts all his energy. His dogs.
I would say, yeah, Jason. So if you can give Todd some pointers on what he needs to do to get that followership up.
Yeah, for sure. Todd, I won't see your follow request, but if you message me, I'll see it because a lot less people message me than follow. I mean, so I won't see your specific request, but yeah, message me. Happy to give you some pointers. We can get you to, let's say 50 followers by Christmas.
Holy,
that's
mission,
actually
mission impossible.
Right.
You never met Todd Dillon. It might take him until next Christmas to get to 50.
Oh, poor Todd.
Well,
I think he passed 50 many Christmases ago.
oh my gosh.
So now, also going over a lot of your TikToks that I watched prior to you coming on the show here, and I noticed that a lot of other people on the platform do the same thing, and it seems to be almost like a genre that people do as an intro to a TikTok video. And
Okay.
He's going somewhere with this.
There's a lot of walking into the bathroom and then starting to record yourself in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Now
that's a theme.
It's clearly. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Not just on Jason's. You're saying in TikTok in general.
Well, I know I started noticing it on Jason's, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's just something. And
but then you notice it wasn't just
I
Jason.
started watching some other videos, and a lot of people do that.
Okay.
So, is that just something that you picked up on, and you kind of followed suit?
Yeah. I wish I was the trailblazer there and the person that thought of that idea, but
let's just say that you are. Let's just say you're the trailblazer.
No,
you're the first one.
No, definitely not. Definitely not the first one. I can tell you who was the person that I followed that from, but most of my TikTok success has been from figuring out what works for other people and then modifying it to work in my own like unique little way. But the thing with TikTok is you have to do the things that everyone is already expecting in a sense. So like you have to be, if you're too far, or you're like trying to do something too crazy or someone's not used to it, they just continue swiping and you just lose that person. So the bathroom thing, I learned that style, if you want to call it that. There are a lot of people that do that, not as much anymore, but I learned that from a guy called Iron Sanctuary. He is a guy that all of you in here, I believe, like myself, would love. His content is amazing. He's got a giant beard. He's got a sick diesel truck. He's got like, I don't know, 5 or 6 million followers now. He's older than me.
Jesus.
His name's Iron Sanctuary. And I learned from him. He built his first couple million followers from just busting into the bathroom, dropping some sick truth or some weird questions.
I do believe I might have seen one or two of his TikToks when I was looking over yours.
Look at Corey with
Corey-
the
He does,
TikTok brag.
Corey has been obsessed. He sent me yesterday, I think, 10 videos in a row. I was like, are you even working right now?
He was supposed to be working.
He
at the
was
time.
at work.
I'm just happy that Jason is associating us with large men with beards and diesel trucks, and not like, oh, he collects My Little Ponies. I think you guys would really love him. You know, like I was really wondering where that was going to go. So thank God.
Yeah, no worries. He's also famous for the glitter beard. So last Christmas is when he really started blowing up.
He
did the glitter beard.
Wow.
Mhm.
So because he did one with he was asking his wife from the bathroom if
Naturally.
he could do the
As you
glitter
do.
if he could do the glitter beard again this year.
Yeah.
And she told
Yeah,
him
and he
no.
did it with Beer Bong John. And so it doesn't matter, but they just did a whole new series of their new glitter beards for this year. So
and I don't want to ruin it for you guys because it was actually a good little
don't
video.
fucking ruin it, Corey. Jesus.
But he cuts away to his wife and asks her if he can do the glitter beard, and then cuts back to the mirror, and the outfit he has on is absolutely fucking hilarious. So yes, I have seen some of his videos. So it makes sense where you picked up on that from. And that's an interesting comment too, as far as the kind of following what the norm is. Because you would kind of think that you'd want to go way outside and have something very different than everything else, but that's apparently not the case, huh?
Well, I would say that if you're a real famous person on TikTok, then yes, all the people that have 20 million plus followers do something that they created as like the first thing to do, that type of style. But I'm not that creative or funny, so I have to kind of cheat.
Hold on now. Give yourself some credit, man. We did our research.
I was going to say,
episode.
and you clearly, I mean, your numbers speak for themselves. At 2 million followers, you're obviously doing something good and right. So, yeah, I'd give yourself.
Well, thank you.
A little more credit than what you did there.
Cheers to that. We lost half the podcast crew, so.
Yeah, everyone's getting up and leaving on us here.
No, just lean over to get a new beer, sir.
So
I'm still with you.
I believe Bob had a question for you.
I did. I also did some research. Now, mine was from the Instagram end, so I didn't catch every TikTok video. But thank you, sir. My question is, so obviously there's a natural progression from when you started to get you to where you are now. Looking back now in hindsight, what were the things that were sort of game-changing decisions for you as you went, whether it was in the way that you told the story, little adjustments you made that you feel like made a difference, and really specifically, like what was the one video you did where you're like, oh, that's the one that really broke me. So if you were looking at it from like when you started to where you are now, if you could if there were like 2 or 3 or X number of different spots along your sort of development, your learning curve to get you to the point where you got that one video that broke you, what were they? Can you share what you think that they might have been, and what was that video that really kind of broke you through?
For sure. That's a really good question. For not being on TikTok, I'm impressed with that question. That's a super good question.
With age comes wisdom.
That's your tagline for your TikTok right there. With age comes wisdom. That's your whole thing. That's
you just described a TikTok that no one will visit.
Jason, don't open that door, because next thing you know, we're gonna lose Bob on the podcast, and he's just gonna be TikToking all the time.
Giving youngins advice.
So, there is a guy that does that though, and he's got 5 million followers.
Fuck.
So you don't.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
That's all right.
So let me answer your question. So yes, the way that TikTok works in general is that there are these like steps. There are these levels where you're just like cruising, you maybe gaining a few followers, and then all of a sudden you have a video that like exponentially grows your page. And the whole way to continue growing on TikTok is you have to find like what that next thing is. That's part of the pressure and the stress with TikTok is like, you can't just stick to one thing because culture is changing so quickly. What people want to see changes so quickly. So you have to always be adapting. So your question specifically, I'll name a couple of my videos that were like those notches up on the ladder. The first one that was the first notch up, my original audience that I was targeting was millennials. Because at the time there were no millennials on the app, basically this time last year. So I had a video about, we could be friends if you had a MySpace, you know what a ringback tone was, you had dial-up internet, and one other thing. Maybe you downloaded songs from LimeWire or something, and that took off. By took off, I mean it got like 100,000 views. But like, mind you, I've been getting like hundreds of views on videos, so 100,000 was like, holy cow! Yeah. And that's what like got my account to that 10,000 mark. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have to celebrate by giving away $100. And then from there, I was like, oh, I gotta do the millennial stuff. And I just went all in on the millennial stuff, but like nothing was working. It was all like just blah, 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 blah. And then I realized if I really want to grow on TikTok, I have to find a way that I can relate to a broader audience than just the millennials. Because right now there aren't enough millennials on this app to be able to have millions of followers or even a couple 100,000 followers. So from there, I just randomly was like, you know what? I have this story that's a good story. And this is something that I did like pioneer in a sense. Like you were asking, the bathroom stuff I didn't pioneer. But this one was my storytelling style in that like I had the camera right in front of me. I set it up like right in front of my window and I filmed. And at the time it was a mistake, but it ended up being like my thing for a while that I had all these videos getting millions of views. But this first one was a story. I don't want to get myself in trouble, but basically it was a story. I was in high school and we were egging cars and we happened to egg a cop car. It was my baseball buddies. I was saying the night, and you can go watch that story. I don't want to get myself in trouble on your podcast and for all the people listening to this.
No, you're
good.
Anyways, that was a story that like, and it was a 2-part story. So this was a thing when like the 2-part videos were coming out because I ran out of time in the first part to tell the whole story. And then I waited a couple days, again, not intentionally. I waited a couple days to post the second part. Well, the first part, what became my style is that my story was I was talking fast, and the beginning and the end of my like little sentences were like chopped off. So it was like a constant flow of me just talking really quickly with no breaks for like 50 seconds. And if you go back to those videos, you'll see on my page, like you'll see that is like, wow, like he's talking fast and then they just like kind of cuts off. Well, that video got like 5 million views, like over the course of a couple of days before I posted part 2. And that is the video that took me to my first 100,000 followers. So that was a huge step up was that kind of story time video. And then I just started pulling out every.
You kind of created the demand for your own product there by just
Correct.
Sort of like
100%.
giving a little tease and not bearing the lead and making people want more in part 2.
Yes, correct. And so then I was like just looking at all of my stories of my life because I've had a crazy life in general, like not the average life. So I was trying to figure out of all the things that have happened in my life, how can I make 2-part stories?
That's I'm the idea of getting 5 million views on something. Could you guys imagine waking up one morning and seeing that we had 5 million views on the podcast?
Well, the cool part is that unlike looking at, and again, I'm coming at Jason from Instagram here, rather than looking at, someone else from Instagram and just kind of, oh, you may have a little bit of audio there. There you go, Jason. Rather than just for my own entertainment, now I'm looking at Jason's with that different eye. Like, how did he get to where he was now? And what is it that he's doing that? And he clearly like tapped into some sort of the zeitgeist of the moment, or captured the attention with the right skill set of how he does his videos, how he edits, the speech, and how he breaks it up and goes like, oh, there's going to be a part 2. Just stay tuned. And it's like a weekly series where you're like, I can't fucking wait until next Tuesday. I got to hear the end of the story.
Yeah, almost like making your own little TV show.
Yeah, that's my thought anyway.
So, and Todd Dillon did reply on, he wanted Jason to be aware of the Popeye's chicken and porn story.
Oh God,
that's so. Jason, so like Bob said, Todd is quite a storyteller himself, and he has a couple good ones that I've heard at least 5-6 times now. But every time I hear him again, they're still absolutely hilarious.
They're not short form though; they're long.
Yeah, he would definitely have a rough time. He'd be more of a 6-part kind of guy on TikTok.
More like a Dave Chappelle, kind of like a.
Why has it got to be Dave Chappelle? Because he's black.
10-minute.
Is that why?
Because that's his style, dude. Why you got to go black? Come on, brother. That's his style of just telling that sort of long form story, where you're like just gut laughing until the end, but it's like a 10-minute, 12-minute story.
Yeah, it's constantly hilarious. Every part of it.
All right, but we need to get back to Jason.
So another interesting thing I picked up on your videos, Jason, and this I'm very interested to know if it's something that is almost kind of subconsciously done when you record your videos, but when you do the bathroom entrance and you start recording in the mirror, you normally always have a tripod on your phone, but you never are holding the tripod. You're only holding your phone. Is that something that you've purposely done, or like I said, is that subconscious?
Does he still have audio?
I don't know. We can't hear you.
We just thought he was.
I thought he was
listening really well,
really intently listening. Did he mute us on his end, or is it on our end?
No, it's on his end.
Okay.
Well, he said I think he was motioning that he was going to be coming back. There. Oh, hang on. Here we go.
All right.
What'd you do, Corey?
You back with us, Jason?
Corey, God damn it.
Nope, still no audio on your end.
Oh no.
All right, we'll give him 1 second here.
Yep.
So now it was going great.
How about those Yankees?
It was going great. Well, we have the shot to. Well, I guess we.
Well,
probably
let's see if we can wait
back.
and see if he'd like to join us, so we can get him back in. Yep.
This is like a blind date. This is a blind date gone bad. This is his back. This is his backup
for him or us.
This is his backup. He's like, oh, it must be something wrong with the audio. I don't know, guys.
Time to go.
Guess I'll catch up with you later.
You know what?
He's like it's like the emergency call.
I was gonna say for a minute that'd be my worst nightmare, but I'm like, you know what? If this is not your bag and like this is not going well, that's a great exactly like you're sitting there going like, oh God, my phone's ringing.
Yeah.
What? Oh God, I gotta go.
That's work. There's an emergency down at the office. I gotta go.
We got him back on. Jason, are you back with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There we go.
All right.
Woo. All right. Hey, Jason, we're glad we got you back. Sorry about the audio difficulties. But before we jump back into it, do you have something to drink there with you?
Yeah. Well, yes. I'm gonna expose myself here. So
no. Just the drink.
We don't want that. Please don't do that.
I was only asking about the drink. That's totally fine. We'll save the drop trial for the end of the segment if you want.
No. I meant I have a beer and a Negroni.
You have a what?
I have a Christmas ale and I have a Negroni, a gin drink.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do a shot here together. So if you'd like to join us with what you got, we'll toast you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for jumping on.
You can drink them both at the same time. And for the future reference, if you think it's going south, you don't have to pretend you're having audio problems. You can just tell us and just leave. That's fine.
No, it's an AirPods issue.
That's what I heard on that date back in 2015.
Yeah. Oh, there's some problems down at the office. I'm
AirPods,
sorry, but I have to go.
I'm sorry. What? Sorry. It got out.
Right.
You guys can blame TikTok because these are AirPods that they sent me for Christmas. So it's their
Wait,
fault.
hold on. TikTok is sending you Christmas presents?
Hey, he just held it up. It says TikTok on the AirPods
You are
case.
shitting me.
It doesn't say
No,
tic-tac.
they sent me real. They send me AirPods.
So I don't trust
Wow.
Jason. I don't trust that. Aren't they listening? I don't trust that at all. Throw those in the trash.
Clearly they're not listening.
Jason, you have 2 million followers and a real professional person's job. Throw those in the trash and buy your own.
That's funny.
That's perfect. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always funny when people
Oh.
exclaim. That's
Oh,
funny.
yeah. I see why you call yourself a comedy podcast.
Right. These assholes. Why did I agree to this?
Yeah.
He's like, well, I got AirPods and you guys don't.
That is no. He's always got that over us. Like we got nothing to say about that. I don't have any Schnozzcast AirPods. That's for sure.
Wait, I get some duct tape real quick and just.
Hell,
Yeah, right.
we can't afford duct tape.
We can't even get shot glasses that say our names correctly.
Come on,
so-
right? Schnozzcast. Shot glasses.
So Jason, you obviously know Gina, and she's become a great friend and a huge fan of the podcast.
Let's just say super fan.
Yes.
Is
And
she also? Hold on. Is she also a Jason Cline show super fan?
She is. That's how.
I'm asking him, not you.
Sorry, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I think like she was one of the original kind of followers of my account. And when I originally was going live, so remember when I was super excited about having 10,000 followers, like when I would go live on TikTok, I would have like 10 people there, 20 people there, and there was this initial like group of people who were like always on and like sharing and being nice and like friendly. So I was like, oh, this is great. And then as I continued to grow, it's like I feel like all of the original people who originally followed me on TikTok have been like lost a bit in the sense that like they don't see my videos anymore because I started making videos that appealed more to a younger demographic.
All right, here it comes.
You can keep going. That was just
Yeah,
Bob.
keep going.
That I started making videos that come to a younger demographic. And so TikTok is weird in the sense that just because someone follows you doesn't mean that they will see your videos. So like there was a period of time when I was from 100,000 to 500, 600,000 followers where all the original people that followed me never even saw a single video of mine. So I feel like, I feel like there was like that initial crew, which she was in, and then and then it was kind of like, wow. And then it was like, all of a sudden it was like, oh, you have 1 million followers. I was like, yeah, I don't know what happened.
I was waiting for the other shoe to drop where he was going to say like, man, I thought that everything was lost. And all of a sudden Gina joined, and next thing you know, I got 2 million followers.
Yeah. So Gina was nice enough to buy some Christmas gifts for the podcast, and the first one was a deck of cards that playing cards that she got us.
Yeah.
With our logo on the back. Very, very cool. And then Nick the other day got a package from her that was 4 shot glasses with our logo on it. And I'm sorry, 5, that's correct. With our logo on it and our names at the bottom of them. And one said Superfan, which obviously she is also referring to herself as Superfan, apparently.
Yeah.
But there was just one issue that Nick pointed out after he sent the picture to us. The T in Schnozzcast was cut off the artwork. So these shot glasses just say Schnozzcast. And I felt terrible. I wasn't going to say anything about it, but apparently Nick.
I didn't even catch it until somebody pointed it out to me.
Yeah, of course I'm going to say something about it. That's comedy gold.
So
I mean, I don't know what kind of discount she got.
And come to find out, so these were messed up, but this was the second set that she's received from Shutterfly, because apparently when she got the first set, one of them was broken.
Right.
So
she said, but she's like 11 letters. I can't afford 11 letters. Let's just go with 10. You can lop it off the front or the back. Doesn't really matter, but I can't go 11.
So So I still feel kind of bad that she did that.
We're still waiting on our Facebook tagged Rolexes that are coming for Christmas. We're still going to wait it out to the 25th, but I think they're probably in the mail. There's a lot of stuff going on right now for the holidays. Yeah,
but let's get.
I was told that if I did this podcast, I was getting a Schnozzcast Rolex. What are you talking about?
Wow, I might have been drinking that night, sir. I apologize.
Jason, we will send you.
Can I interest you in a Casio? $17 and a Casio.
Not even a Swiss Army.
No,
just a Casio.
We'll definitely get a Schnozzcast watch and send it to you for sure.
Yeah. I do.
Schnozzcast watch.
I think Nick, you asked, or one of you guys asked a question about my tripod, which I was answering. And then as I was answering, you guys were just talking over me, and that's when I realized you couldn't hear me, which is fine.
Okay.
So back to that original question. So is that something subconscious that you do, or is that intentional?
No, that is everything I do in my videos is 100% intentional. I think the interesting thing that I think has helped me grow is that I make things, I know they're intentional, but I try to make them as if they're not, like it doesn't come off as like, oh, he's doing this on purpose, or like there's a thing behind this. But yeah, I got the tripod. It's actually right here. This is the famous tripod right here. I keep it bent like this because this is how it is in all videos.
That is exactly how it is in every video.
Let me go ahead and I'll show you. And my phone's right here, so we'll put it in. This is the look right here. So I hold it like this, and the tripod's like out here. And so I did it originally because I was like, this is just funny. Like, I'm not using the tripod. I'm coming in. And at the time I had like, I don't know, 50,000 followers. I was trying to stand out, do something, do the bathroom busting in the door, but then also having something that was unique to me. And that is definitely one thing that I was like, I want this to be unique to me. It's easy to do. I don't have to do anything special, and it's kind of funny. And now I get comments every video I make. They get worked up about it, which is good for TikTok. But
I'm not gonna lie. By the third video, I was like, Jason, hold the fucking tripod. I'm like, that's why it's on your phone.
Yep.
So yeah, it clearly worked.
But again, he is fostering interest in what he's doing because he's either baiting you to, which is genius, by the way, going, there's going to be a part 2 to this story, or he's going like, look at what I'm doing. I could be doing it correctly, but I'm not. And what do you got to say about it? Maybe turning next week, maybe I'll figure it out.
Like I said, it obviously works because it infuriated the hell out of me. And it was definitely something that stuck out in every video that occurred. And I'm like, why?
Well, you can't deny the strategy that's being used here.
Brilliant ploy, sir. Yeah. I applaud you.
Thank you.
Speaking on that same level of something that reoccurs in videos, there's several that start without walking in the bathroom. You're already in the mirror filming, and if there's a text above you, you're holding your hand up.
Yep.
Is that something? Is that a reoccurring theme from other people on TikTok, or is that something that you pioneered?
So what's interesting about TikTok and you guys looking at it, the number of videos that you see on my page are probably 25% of the videos that I've made and posted. So because you're always trying to figure out like what that next video is, whether it's a style, whether it's the topic, whatever it may be that like gets you to the next level. I have so many videos that I just tried different things and none of them worked. So for some reason, I made one video with me standing in front of the mirror with my hand up, like, hold up, wait a second. And then I have the phone. It actually covers my mouth so you can just see my eyes. And I actually do a voiceover to the video rather than like a live voice. And that one video that I did with that like test, I called it those are my like test videos. I'm trying to test new material like a comic would or something, like just test the water, see how it goes. If it doesn't go well, I take the video down. This one just blew up. So then I like try to stick with that and keep something similar to that until it doesn't work anymore. And so far, I think with that hand up and doing the voiceover videos, I've done quite a few of them now, but I have 5 or 6 of those videos with 2 or 3 million or more views. And that's just in the past month or two. So it worked. So then I just stick with it. But yeah, the original thing of me doing that was intentional. Nobody else was doing it. I just tried to do something different, and it just happened to work, and I just stuck with it.
See, now I'm getting pissed at myself because I'm like, all this shit is working. It's clearly working.
Yes, you cannot deny his success with those things.
Oh man,
Yeah, there are so many things that I've tried that did not work, that were horrible.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but the idea that the things that I thought, I'm like, okay, no one else picked these out in the videos. I got this, and it's obviously something that he's intentionally done. That I thought he was gonna be like, oh no, wait, the tripod I use for other stuff. That's just how I was holding my phone that day. He's like, oh, it's intentionally done.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
the hand video, if you look at my page now, I alternate. If I'm doing multiple of those videos back to back, I alternate the hand that's being held, so it looks like it creates a cool effect on my page.
I did not.
So I tried that as well. Again, it's subtle, but just trying it out.
That one I did not pick up on. I'll have to go back and check that out. So, Bob, you had a question.
I did. So in the research that I did, Jason, there were a couple of videos that I watched. Well, I'll say more than a couple, but the couple that stuck out to me were you had and it was, I wanted to ask you about this because I legitimately could not figure it out. It was like a puzzle. There's a video that you posted, whether it was an intentional puzzle or not. There was a video that you posted on Instagram, and again, I don't know the TikTok history of where it fell into when you posted on TikTok versus when that video made it to Instagram, but it was called things I've never told anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know the one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so so my girlfriend and I kind of became obsessed by this video, and it was a subject of like a lot of conversation that we had.
Oh wow! Okay.
Well, because she you know what, she's my girlfriend, so she as I'm sure your wife does,
Mm-hmm.
she follows what we do, and
Yes.
it is entertained, thank God, by what we're doing. Maybe it's been like 11 months of lies about how interesting we really are, and she's just telling me what I want to hear. But if she's telling me she's interested, so we talked about. I said we're going to have Jason on the podcast, and she's like, oh, Jason Cline, and she's younger than I, but she's not Corey's age.
Just about everyone is, Bob.
Yeah. So, but she's not a TikToker, let's say. So,
Not
so
that you know of.
I directed her to your Instagram, and we're kind of going through it, and we both came up with the same sort of video that we had questions about, and it was that one. It was the things that I never told anyone. So there are a couple of videos. It was like a part 1 and part 2, right? We've talked about your not necessarily strategy as much as it's just something you had to do because you ran out of time, and then it took you a couple of days to do the part 2 for those videos, which happened to foster the interest and maybe get you like a hell of a lot of viewers for the part 2 because it had been like 2 or 3 days between parts 1 and 2. So things I'd never told anyone. That was the first one where like I went back and I looked. This is just on Instagram, not on TikTok. But on Instagram, I looked at the comments for the video, and in looking at that one, it seemed, this is my take on it, and please tell me if I'm off on this. But so you're telling a story about when you were younger, but then before the video ended, you kind of I watched the video and I thought, okay, this story could be. It's not vague necessarily, but it was told in sort of general terms where there was a lot of room for interpretation by the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said, okay, there's going to be a part 2, or like stay tuned, like I'll finish the story later.
Yeah, I know exactly what video you're talking about.
Yeah. So in the comments for part 1, there were people, and I'm interested specifically in something that we in the Schnozzcast here have obviously not experienced, where there's like tons of interest in what you're doing and like loads of questions.
Yeah, we have. Don't tell Jason that. He doesn't know.
But a lot of your fans were like, oh my God, dude, like what happened? They're like they're getting angry because you didn't finish, or others have made that mental leap and really sort of taken their guess on what the story was about, where they went one way and your story ended up going the other way. And they were disappointed that you didn't go the way that they thought, but they were just making that mental leap in a direction that, you could easily go back and say, well, like, he didn't say that. You just interpret it that way. Mm-hmm. And then clearly when you did the part 2, like, you did not mean what they wanted you to mean, but they were disappointed. And I thought that was fascinating because I've not been in that situation, but I'm curious, like, as the creator for that, where you see this, I don't know if you, do you read your comments at all? And B, like, how do you deal with comments where, like, you've done a video where you're sort of leaving the audience wanting more, right? Which I assume you always want to do. That's what gets them interested in part 2. Mm-hmm. But you're not specifically explaining what you mean. You're sort of leaving it vague for part 2. How do you deal with those people that are just like coming down on you like hellfire, going like, yeah, what? I can't believe that you did that. But you're not responding back saying, like, I didn't mean that. You're legitimately just kind of holding off until part 2, where you're going to finish a story, which probably isn't going to go the way that they thought it was going to go.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And I'm actually going to answer it with a couple different things. So the first thing that you hit on was the fact that the things I've never told anyone. So that is, I guess I have to give myself credit for something, but that is, like, I created that TikTok style video. Like, no one had done a video like that before. And that was my first video, when I was telling you earlier, that blew up to 5 million plus views, was the egging the cop car accidentally video. But that was a thing that I never told anyone. And it was that really condensed style. And so since that video blew up, I kept with that theme. And I was like, well, certainly there are lots of things that I've done that I'm either not proud of or is crazy that, I've not shared in my adult life because, well, I'd probably get in trouble or whatever. And I was like, this is a good topic that is interesting enough for people to want to watch the story, right? Like, things I've never told anyone. Wow, this is going to be pretty crazy, or interesting, at least, if he's never told anyone the story. And so that is one of those stories. That was like the second or third one that I told. And what's interesting that you guys don't know, and there's no way for you to know, is my TikTok account got banned from posting after I posted that part 1 video, because so many people were so mad that I didn't have a part 2 posted right away that they were reporting my account, and my account got a 1 week. Yeah. I swear to you, my account got a 1 week ban. Okay. The reason you are seeing the part 2 video on Instagram and you don't see the part 1 video on Instagram is because it got so bad. And I got so many hate comments and messages, people just going crazy about it, that I posted. I had to screenshot my draft in TikTok because I had already recorded it and it was in my drafts, but it wouldn't let me post it because I was blocked on TikTok. So that's why the video has all that stuff on the right side on Instagram. It's why it has all the stuff on the right side and it says it's a draft and it looks weird. It's because I had to screen record that video to prove to people that I already made the part 2 and I wasn't able to post it because I was blocked, because they didn't believe me that I was blocked. And that video got 100,000 views on Instagram, which was crazy at the time. I had like 2,000 followers on Instagram. Like, it was a crazy number of people that were coming to watch it. So I was blocked for a week. How do I deal with them? If I, like, the number of haters, it's insane. Like, the number of people that write nasty, mean, horrible comments is insane.
I couldn't even imagine some of the comments that you get.
It's insane. But, like, so you have to learn to, like, tune it out, because the majority of the comments aren't negative or bad, but there are a lot of people that are negative or bad. And you asked me, do I even read my comments? I do read my comments, though, just to put into perspective how many comments some of my videos have. One of my videos has 150,000 comments. I spent 2 hours just trying to get to the bottom of the comments, like scrolling as fast as I could for 2 whole hours. And I couldn't even get to the bottom of the not reading them, just like scroll. Still can't get to the bottom of it. I mean, that's how many comments those are. So yes, I read the comments. And then generally after the first 20 minutes or so, the comments are, I don't have time to read them.
There's no way working a regular job and all that, unless you were completely immersed into TikTok that how would you go through and respond to 150,000 comments? I mean, like you said, it took 2 hours to scroll through them. There's no way you could sit down and read every single one. And
I didn't get to the bottom. My point is, I didn't even get to the bottom in 2 hours. I just,
Jesus.
I was just like, I can't get to the bottom, and I gave up.
So, Jason, was the story that you just told about your Instagram being blocked, you said this is something that nobody knows. Did you just have a Schnozzcast exclusive Things I Never Told Anyone segment while you were on the show?
Potentially. We're living in a twilight zone here.
That's awesome. While you were telling your story of things you never told anyone, you told us something you never told anyone, which I think is fantastic.
That's what I like to do.
Breaking the fourth wall within a fourth wall. That's 16 walls.
So, all right. So you've obviously kind of dominated on TikTok. You've recently started a YouTube page as well. What led you into creating the YouTube page along with your TikTok?
Yeah, so I made the YouTube page probably a few months into quarantine, and the idea was, wow, if I could get a chunk, because the thing with YouTube is it's an established way to make money online if you have a following. You only need, to make money on YouTube, you can make money on YouTube with 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And so at the time, I think I had like 500,000 followers on TikTok when I made the YouTube page. And so I didn't know what I was going to do with YouTube. YouTube's a whole different animal. I don't have any equipment. I was filming my YouTube videos on my phone. So any YouTube video you see is all filmed on my iPhone. I edited the videos in Premiere Pro, whatever, but it's a whole different beast. So I didn't know what I was going to do. So all the videos that you see up there, except one, are just extended stories, like full stories, where I was able to share more details. It's still quick. It's still a quick style. I edit it so I think I did a decent job for my first go at YouTube. But the thing with that is the time commitment. Oh my gosh, making one of those YouTube videos, I don't know. The first one that I made took me days to make, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it was a lot of work. I was like, I can't keep up with this. And so I tried to make it quicker and faster. And then I realized I only have 4.5 thousand subscribers on YouTube, which is a lot. If you're just starting out on YouTube, it's hard to build to that, but it's not something that I can make money on. And it's like taking all of my time. So I decided, like, until I am freed up from my full-time job, I can't continue posting YouTube videos because it's so time intensive.
Well, okay. Well, so that you answered one of my other questions with that answer, because I was going to eventually get around to, would you look at leaving one platform for the other? But obviously, if you, like you just said, if YouTube is too time consuming at this point, then obviously it sounds like you're going to stay with TikTok. Yeah. But I understand the YouTube aspect, because that's what we post our videos on there as well. And I'll tell you what, your 4.54K followers on YouTube. Yeah, that's it's doing a little better than ours at this point. so I got to again applaud you for getting that kind of following with and you have what, like there were like 10 videos on your channel?
Yeah, I think it's like 8. You're giving me the benefit of the doubt here. I think it's only 8.
Okay. So now, did you see an influx of people coming over from TikTok to your YouTube channel and subscribing to you?
It's all TikTok people. That's where those people are from. So what I did is I would go live on TikTok. I would schedule it all up. So I would have a release. So I did one video a week on YouTube. It released at 5 p.m. on Fridays, 5 p.m. Eastern on Fridays. And I would go live on TikTok 30 minutes before, and I would set the YouTube video to be a premiere so everyone could watch it together. I would go on TikTok live 30 minutes before, and I would just promote the heck out of it. Hey guys, YouTube channel, like go check it out. Link in my bio, go check it out. And I would like hype everyone up to go into the YouTube, and then they'd all be on the YouTube channel waiting for the premiere to happen. And we'd all watch it together, and that gave enough stats right away to be able to get a couple thousand views on some of those videos. And then I would keep the link of the YouTube video in my TikTok bio to try and get people over there as well. But yeah, none of those people that follow me on YouTube are people that found me on YouTube. It was all just TikTok people.
Okay, and that's kind of what I figured. But again, when you have a following like that on TikTok, that's the second you start a YouTube channel like that, I kind of figured people would make the transition over and subscribe to you.
Yep.
So in your YouTube videos, you do a video where you do your wife's makeup.
Oh yeah.
And so I watched
That's
it.
hot.
Okay. So
It's hot.
is that something?
Go
you're
fuck yourself. It's hot.
So,
I'm not sure what part of that I should be more disturbed by. So.
Jason, we apologize for Bob's outburst there.
As soon as we're done here, I'm going to watch that video.
He's had a little too much, I think, tonight.
It's not wine, so
I've
he's
had no
good.
wine, so I'm good.
I said too
It's
much.
from the heart, Jason. It's hot.
Is that a Four Loko thing or what?
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
For what?
That's what we're wondering.
Some banned substances? No, I'm good.
So in watching the video, everything started out, and I'm like, okay, he's doing a good job. And then I realized, well, I really have no way of basing an opinion on this video because I don't know. I mean, unless you were just to write on her face with lipstick, then I'd be like, oh yeah, he did a terrible job.
Maybe you should try it.
Okay.
Yeah, Bob.
Everyone has to stop turning Bob on.
Let's keep the.
I don't understand
I'm
what's
just
going
stating
on
a
here.
fact. And Jason's probably thinking it too. Like, dude, why don't you try it?
Stop.
I think there's many things he's thinking. And
Come
that's
on,
not one of
Danielle,
them.
back me up.
Yeah, Bob's a psycho.
That'd be pretty hot, wouldn't it? It'd be pretty hot.
Oh my God.
So
Are you
like,
Paris Hilton now? Why do you keep saying that's hot?
I'm just saying that would be
He
very
gets-
sexy
gets
if he did that.
Turned on when guys
Don't
put
you
makeup
think?
on women.
You guess so?
so I realized
Lukewarm response from Danielle.
I had no way of basing the end result to. I mean, because to me it looked good. It looked decent, and I'm like, oh,
hot.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ. So I'm like, but to honestly tell where
he says thank you. Thank you. I do a fantastic job at women's
That's
makeup.
what I'm saying.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
so at the end of it, I'm like, well, I need to get an opinion that's actually someone that knows makeup and what they're doing. So I sent it to Danielle, and I'm hey, this is Jason that we're gonna have on the show, and watch this video and let me know what you think. And she was like, oh no, he did a great job.
Yeah, I was honestly really impressed. I don't think Corey could do that good at all.
Okay, that's not
Oh,
where this was
there you
going.
have it. That's why it's
I'm
not
pretty
hot because
sure-
Corey would fuck it up.
I'm pretty sure Corey would
Excellent.
poke me in the eye with the
Yep.
mascara.
Yeah.
I'm sure he
Or
would
my
poke you in the eye.
eyeliner.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Uh-huh.
And the makeup would be bad too.
He would
Yep.
burn me with my eyelash curler.
Burn you.
Wait,
It's my.
you have a
I have
eyelash curler?
I have a heated eyelash curler.
Did
What?
you set it on fire before you use
No,
it?
it heats up.
Okay.
Is that necessary? Let's ask Jason.
I
Is
need-
that necessary, Jason?
Jason, how would you use a heated
Yeah,
eyelash
exactly.
curler?
I would not. I would definitely.
Well, there's your answer.
See, that's
Danielle.
dangerous. He would
Throw that shit in the trash.
He's old school. He's got the crimping style.
I know how to use it, so I'm not going to hurt myself.
No, he's saying it doesn't matter if you know how. Don't use it. Throw that shit in
That's
the trash.
dangerous.
No.
You don't want hot scalding metal next to your eyes.
Yeah,
It's fine, guys.
that's common sense. The more you know.
So your question was what?
No, it was. I guess for this video, it was more of a statement that I thought it was you did a good job at it, but then like I said, I realized I didn't really have a way of basing my knowledge on makeup until I got someone that was a little more knowledgeable in it. And like I said, Danielle, she's like, oh yeah, no, he did a great job with it.
You can tell by Danielle's ruby red lipstick that she loves makeup. So
I don't wear lipstick.
So now, did your wife continue on the day with the makeup that you did, or did she immediately go wash it off?
No, I mean that was an evening time production. So that was a wow. This is horrible. I'm washing this off now, and then I'm going to bed.
Fair enough.
But it was actually really fun to do. I cheated a bit because I watched a James Charles YouTube video. He's famous on TikTok and YouTube, but he's a makeup artist guy. So I cheated a bit because I watched a video or two just to make sure I wasn't going to do something crazy. But if you throughout the YouTube video, you see me like I'm trying to ask her like, is what I'm doing like the right thing to do? And she would just like not tell me and just laugh. And it was clearly not the right thing to do. So there were things that I messed up on, but it was a lot of fun.
I think you just described every relationship that ever existed.
yeah, right.
Profound thoughts with the Schnozzcast crew.
That's right.
Yeah.
So there was a couple other questions I had here. I got to scroll down.
Is that a body armor you have there? My eyes are not good, but it looks like a body armor.
Well, it was.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Now-
It's all
now-
barnyard spit.
Yeah,
in
now
there.
it's tobacco spit in there. So
Yeah, it's fantastic. If you're curious about it and you want one, they're left all over my home, and so I could mail it to you at some point in time.
What's your chew of choice?
Grizzly wintergreen long cut.
Wow, wintergreen, huh?
Do you have a chew of choice? Or are you not?
No, my father has chewed tobacco since he was 12 years old, and he
12, Jesus.
he chews Grizzly as well, but he chews shortcut and regular, not the wintergreen, whatever it is you do.
The straight. Oh yeah, that's.
Don't be poo-pooing that, Corey.
I'm not. I'm just
He's
saying.
been chewing it for decades.
Dude,
Yeah.
start
He grew
12.
up, my dad grew up on a tobacco and hog farm, so he literally has been chewing tobacco since he was 12 years old.
That's right. You're from the Midwest, sir, right?
Yeah.
Just well, I don't want to put too much of your personal information out there, but I guess we can always edit this out after. But.
No. This is live, so
Well,
don't ask him anything that
where,
you don't.
where are you originally from, Jason? Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah, I'm from Ohio, middle of nowhere, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're sorry to hear that, sir.
Yeah, I mean it's no.
Well, you know the contentious relationship that Michiganders have with Ohioans, so you know.
Ohio people do not like Michigan either, from what I hear.
Who knows about that? I mean, you guys know I went to Ohio State, right? And I went to every home game for all of my years
You went
in
to
college.
okay. Well, now I guess we got to end this call. Ohio State. How do? Oh, dude, we're gonna get some backlash on this one now.
You know what? We are an agnostic podcast, sir.
I didn't know if Bob was upset about your Ohio State comment or he was still envisioning you putting makeup on your wife.
All right, here, let me make it better. We'll just also do the Go Blue. All right, there we go. Now we're
all right. I guess that makes up for
You know
it.
what? Yeah, we're all square now. But that raises an interesting question though. Is your wife, has she been on board 100% all the way through, or have there been kind of some trying times, as I'm sure
TikTok?
Ms. Finn could tell you, with support of your better half's social media work?
with TikTok.
With all of it, the building of the brand, the TikTok, the Instagram, the J. Cline Show brand.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm a little distracted by Mr. Todd Dillon because he just said OSU boo in the Facebook chat. So Todd, I'll show you how good of a guy I am, and I will still review your TikTok account and read your messages and your stories.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. He's literally biting the hand that feeds him. He should have been asking you for advice, and now he's literally shitting all over you by insulting your state and their university. So,
all right, let me answer the question. So, I mean, I think it still doesn't make sense to her in the sense that it just seems weird. It's just think of how weird it is for me to talk about to the people that I work with, right? Or just that I meet in real life. Think about how much more weird that is for her to be like, oh yeah, my husband's a famous TikToker. She never said, it's just weird. It's what does that even mean? So I think she supports me more now because she sees that I'm a very much business entrepreneurial based kind of thinker and whatever. And so she's starting to see that aspect of it. So she's more on board with it now. But when I first started, she was like, what are you doing? This is stupid. So I would only TikTok. I would only make TikToks when she was either at work or asleep, because I knew that if she saw me making a TikTok, it would just make her mad, which is fair because it was weird at the time. But she's more supportive now.
She's loving those Louis Vuitton purses now, though, isn't she?
Yeah.
Diving into her pile of AirPods.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've all gone through that. I'm just kidding. None of us have gone through that. We're still trying to figure it out. And then that's part of our fascination, at least for me. I don't want to speak for everybody else, but you're sort of a lot of your circumstances are things that we would wish oh my God, I don't even know what we would do if we had 10,000 views on anything that we did. But clearly there's some negatives that come with that too. Some things you have to deal with. And so those are all just fascinating to me, where, we do the podcast because we think it's fun.
Yep.
If anything came of it, it'd be amazing. But if nothing came of it, it'd be okay too. But I haven't really spent as much time as I have in the past week contemplating what it would be like if things actually did turn out in that way, much like it did for you. So it's been a really interesting week for me to go, oh my God, what would you do if that happened to you?
Yeah, I think the interesting point of distinction here is that 2 million followers on TikTok means like a lot less than any other social media platform or even podcast. In the podcast world, I like a lot of different podcasts to listen to them, but I mean, even if you as a podcast had 100,000, like, you don't even have to be at 2 million. Like, there's already a market there. There's established brands, there's established ads, there's a whole normal formalized process you can go through to monetize a podcast. It's like tried and true. TikTok is so new that like 2 million followers doesn't really mean much unless I figure out a way to make it mean much, if that makes sense. So it is a lot. Like, that's why I'm still, like, in my opinion, just a normal guy. I mean, I have a day job. I don't really make money from TikTok because I don't have an agent working with brands. I am at a place where I can do that, but I haven't done any of those things. So it doesn't seem like a big deal right now versus like if you had even 100, like if you had 200,000, 300,000, 500,000 subscribers on Spotify or wherever, like that's a huge deal in the podcast world. Like that could be life-changing versus like for me, I haven't really done anything with my TikTokness yet.
TikTokness. Let's just leave that for just a second.
All right. I was hoping you would just move on and forget.
No, why? I think it's amazing.
Let's have a moment of silence to think about TikTokness.
But legitimately, you know, we all work hard on this show because we love doing it. And I know that you've worked hard to get where you are. So the amount of work that you've put in, I'm not as interested in like, the 2 million number as much as I am like, wow, he legitimately started at a particular point and then put the work in to get to where he is now, which the journey to get there, that's what I'm interested in. And that's been the most fascinating thing to me.
And I think the fascinating part on my behalf is looking at, yes, you started from, like you said in a couple of your videos, zero followers, from nothing. But within talking to you, it definitely opened my eyes, and I hope it opens other people's eyes to the idea that it's not just a mindless thing that you're doing. You didn't just start recording stuff and you don't think about every video. There's not editing done, in the post process.
But there's still thought in the pre-process where everything he does,
right?
As he said, it's a deliberate, thought through. He's planned it out.
Yeah.
So what he wants to do.
So I think if there, people were to take away something from this, the idea that, a 60-second video might be a quick thing to just watch, but the idea and thought and work that goes behind that single clip, it's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think people would appreciate all these platforms a little bit more if you really thought about these videos don't just make themselves.
That's true.
Yeah. So the work you have to put into it, to get those followers and views, I mean, it really says something, and it obviously means, it means something to you, that you obviously enjoy doing it, and you've gotten to the point you're at, with hard work and dedication behind it. So, again, sir, like I said, I have to applaud you. That's it's absolutely amazing where you've gotten to on the platform, and we're hoping ourselves to eventually be even halfway to that, one day. So we'll see.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, everything you said is so true. So, I mean, thank you. And also kudos to you guys. I think it's impressive. You guys have a year or more of material. Not everyone, you have to show up, right? You have to put in the work and you have to show up every day for you guys, every week. And there's so many people that say they want to do something that will be potentially beneficial in their life and have an impact in their life, whether it's going to the gym more, whether it's starting a business, starting a YouTube channel, starting a podcast. A lot of people are talk, but at the end of the day, it's just one action that you take, that you commit to, that you repeat that action, and you just take the steps. Like, I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't post a video basically every day for the past year. Not any one of those videos didn't get me 2 million followers. It's the combination of all of that work that's put in every day. It's a little bit every day, but it shows that like it all adds up. So I respect it. Even though you guys may not have, you may not be where, I mean, you guys already said though, your intent isn't to like potentially have this huge podcast. You just like doing it because it's fun. But like, even still, the amount of work you guys have put in, regardless of what's happening, I think that's what people forget. They think like, oh, we're just, these people, they got lucky, or like, wow, that one thing, like, wow, good for them. That could never happen to me. It's like, no, it's like these little things that no one sees, all the behind the scenes work that goes into it. You got to put in the work or nothing's going to come of it. So anyway, I agree with what you said.
Yeah. And that's, like I said, and we've even seen, people that, even in the podcasting world that, after 40 episodes, they just kind of drop off. 50 episodes, they drop off. And yeah, we've definitely, done our best and our damnedest, if you will, to stay at it. And, here we are at episode 104. And I don't think any of us would have really ever thought that we would have come this far.
I thought people would have told us to stop after like 55.
Right?
Yeah,
like,
really.
You don't need to keep doing this. I'm not sure why you feel like you need to keep going, but.
So yeah, and I think that's another important, aspect for people to understand, that you're not just going to jump on a platform and overnight be famous or, have millions of followers. You definitely have to put in that dedication and effort behind it to make something out of it. So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's super important. I think it's also important to have like, I don't want to say enemies, but people that you're like competing against. I think competition in general allows us to be better and, do more than we normally would and push out of our comfort zone. So I remember when I had 100,000 followers and I was still kind of doing the millennial stuff a bit and trying to like do that. There was this lady, oh my gosh, even still, I don't even want to say, I'm not even going to say what her handle is because I don't want to like put her on.
She's that much of your arch nemesis, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to put her on blast, but she was doing millennial stuff as well, but it was so dumb. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say her name, so it's fine that I can say it, but
yeah, don't give her the satisfaction, Jason.
It was so dumb. And I remember being at 100,000 followers and she was at 50,000 followers. And then like over the course of a week, she got to 150. And I'm like, how does this lady have 50,000 more followers than me? Like, this is stupid. And I didn't understand it.
Fucking Brenda.
She became like a bit of an enemy. I was like, I am going to do whatever it takes to get more followers than this chick because this doesn't seem right to me. Like, and so that was my competition. And, it took a little while, but I mean, she's still at 180,000 and I'm at 2 million. So it worked out, but.
So suck it.
Corey, I have said for years, everyone needs an arch nemesis.
And that Bob was the first person that came to mind when you mentioned that.
Yeah, I've had arch nemesis for years.
He's always had someone that's given him that drive.
Well, the benefit of mine is my benefit has been that I have crushed all of them. They're all now dead or completely crushed, much like Jason's crushed. What's her name?
Yeah, that's. So and
her name. It's not her handle, but her name is Tara. That's all I'll say.
Oh, don't give her the satisfaction.
What's her handle though?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
So you could go out and
you
wily.
Like you are not going to follow her.
You wily minx.
So what actually made me mad? I didn't share this, but what made me mad is she stole. Remember, I told you that MySpace video that I made, MySpace ringback tone. She stole my video verbatim, and she like just remade it with all the same exact things that I did, same song, same everything.
Oh,
and she got 3 times the number of views from it, and she went from 50,000 to 150,000, and it just made me so mad because she didn't give me any credit. That's part of TikTok. But that was like the start of why I was like, okay, I have to. I'm coming after you. This is not right.
Nick, was that a Schnozzcast exclusive?
Yeah, what was?
What he just said.
Yes, no one knows that for sure.
Yeah,
you were not even paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I don't know what angle you were going for, but yeah,
well, he was like, no one's ever told. I never told him this
things
before.
I never told anybody.
Yeah,
that was the second one for the night.
Excellent.
I
pointed out.
I'm gonna talk to him afterwards, find out what her handle is. But
okay.
Nick, you have Nick
I
very
will have
intrigued,
revenge.
Yeah, on who this person is.
No, I mean, I'm mad. I'm pissed off now.
You don't
too.
know me, but this is for Jason Cline.
Yeah, seriously. I'm gonna show up at her door one day.
Jesus.
He's gonna hang out going, what have I done?
So
for me, it's easy to find this competition because being an only child, you have to be motivated by something other than yourself because you don't like. I don't have any brothers or sisters to like compete against. So I've always been good at like finding someone to like be like, all right, I got to at least be at their level or better. And that's always been a way to help myself be motivated.
So Jason, that's a strong point, but unfortunately, so here's the odd part about that. You just made that statement, and Nick just immediately started shaking his head. And the weird part being is because Nick has a brother, so he should have, like you just said, he should have that competition with his brother. As far as Nick's concerned, he's an only child.
Well, it's an interesting.
I have two sisters as well.
Interesting
Oh, that's right.
viewpoint.
Yeah, I
Disavowing your
even Corey
siblings
forgets how
and
many
just pretending like you're all on your own.
Jason, I've known Nick for 15, 16 years now.
Unfortunately.
And I have completely forgotten the fact that he does have two sisters as well. So that's how much of the only child syndrome that Nick pushes off on people is that I knew there was a brother still there, but I completely forgot about the two sisters.
What I've often told Jason when people say things like this and they try and cut you deep, what I often say is, well, you are self-proclaimed one of my best friends. So what does that say about you? So.
I'm sure Jason's sitting there going like, I don't give a shit about any of this. When are we getting back to my TikTok shit?
No, I mean, I hope that in this hour that we've been hour and some change that we've been speaking, I mean, I feel like I'm a genuine guy. I genuinely care. I care to hear about you guys as people. I personally still find it weird to talk about my TikTok because it just seems weird. So if you guys think it's weird to ask me questions about it, it's also weird to be even talking about it.
No, I don't find it weird at all. And I mean, that's the reason why we had you on, was to kind of pick your brain a little bit and be able to hear, the behind the scenes and how all this came
about. I know. You guys wouldn't ever have me. You guys wouldn't ever have me on the podcast for just Jason. But Jason's TikTok famous, so we got to have.
Yeah, that would be my. I absolutely want to do a follow up with you where we just rap and that's it.
Yeah. Oh no.
Really bad at rapping.
Yeah. You're
Are you insinuating that as an elder white man, I'm bad at rapping? How dare you, sir?
I would think you'd be fantastic.
How dare you?
I would
Thank
love
you.
to hear you rap right now.
Oh my God! You wanted me to rap right now?
No, not really.
I will.
No.
You
Maybe
ready?
later.
Here
Please
goes.
Please don't.
Later.
Please don't. No, Jason, I actually I had no idea who you were. I just thought you looked cool and wanted to have you on the show. But then Corey informed me of everything, and it turned into a whole story about TikTok. So we thought you just wanted to drink with us.
So as Bob said,
I knew he was going somewhere with
Yeah.
that. I'm like, I couldn't figure out where it was.
Yeah. As Bob said, though, I mean, yes, thank you very much for coming on and letting us talk to you about your TikTok and what you have going on with that. But in doing so, I mean, you seem like a very cool guy, and it's been a great hour and some change.
It has been a pleasure, sir.
In talking with you. And so, yeah, we definitely want to have you back on and do just a normal call in. We won't even have to discuss a single thing about TikTok. So you definitely have that invitation that we will have you back on at some point to just be part of the regular cast.
Great. No, I appreciate that for sure. I do. I like talking about TikTok in the sense that I feel like I've figured it out a bit. Like I'm not an expert, but I'm probably more of an expert than most people. So I like talking about the nuances of TikTok, like what works and what doesn't. If you're trying to grow an account, like what you need to focus on, like more of the behind the scenes of the brains of making a TikTok account. I love talking about that because it's fun, because that's what I think about all the time. That's why I am where I am, because I'm always thinking about like how to improve and what do I need to focus on, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, and like I said, we definitely wanted to hear about that, and for our own sake, of trying to build the brand that we have and getting insight from someone that, or the brand that we're trying to get to, I guess. I was getting looks across the table when I said that.
We don't have a brand.
Yeah, so to try and get the insight and the knowledge of where stuff like that comes from and what you can do to better yourself as far as getting further on the platform that you're on. So. Again, greatly appreciated, Jason.
Yeah.
Jason, there's two things that we're going to do right now that I would love for you to be a part of. Number one is, if you've still got that rosé we're drinking, or whatever it was that you had, we're going to do a shot here. Hopefully you'll join us.
It's a little bit of an insult because I was drinking a Negroni, which is gin, sweet vermouth, and Campari, which is definitely not a rosé. But
Yeah, Bob, get it fucking straight.
Jason, I know it's your first time on the podcast, but I tend to insult everyone who joins us, so this is part for the course for me.
We would have made one of those, but I just ran out of Campari, so unfortunately. So cheers to you.
Cheers to you, Jason.
Cheers, Jason.
I'm sure.
any other TikTok questions that I can enlighten the
Please,
enlighten the crowd with?
Corey, go on to page 2.
Yeah,
No,
let's make sure and direct folks to where they can find him on TikTok and Instagram and all those social media platforms.
Yeah, Jason, you go ahead, give your shout outs that where people can find you.
I mean, if you really want, I mean, you don't have to, by no means. But if you want to check it out,
we are insisting that our audience does.
all right. Well, you heard it from the Schnozzcast folks, not me. So they're insisting that you go check out Jason_Cline on TikTok, Cline, not with a K. I'm not related to the famous Cline, unfortunately. And then on Instagram, it's just J Cline Show. One day I thought maybe I would have a show. I don't know. So J Cline Show. I don't have a show, but
Well,
that's
you're on
it.
the show.
Let's just call it a show.
We have a show, and you're on the show.
Yeah.
In Twitter, I only use Twitter to figure out what's going on in the world when something crazy is happening. Like everything happens on Twitter, like with like breaking news. So my Twitter is the same as my Instagram, J Cline Show. I have 48 followers on Twitter and 2 million on TikTok. So go figure. It's a weird world we live in.
That is something.
We might push you on Twitter to get you a couple more. I think we have like 55, so we could probably help you.
We'll throw a couple your way.
We have 55?
I think so.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's just multiple accounts of myself.
I was going to say 50 Nick Baders and five random strangers. Hey, Jason, the other thing we were looking to do, we always close the show out with a pick of the week. And I'm wondering if we might pressure you to participate. But essentially what we're doing is recommending to our audience something that you've watched, like music, movies.
Stop touching me.
I can't do that from
Sorry.
across the room.
Nick
I'm not sure
keeps
you're
rubbing my arm.
Well, you're kind of rubbable from over there. That is a very nice Christmas sweater.
Thank you, but it's so creepy.
Anyway, Jason, music, movies, art, TV show that you recently kind of fell in love with and are hooked on, place to eat, based on where you live, something that you really, really that impacted you and you'd love to recommend to someone else. Like, hey, if you haven't tried this, I thought it was awesome. Go out and do that. If that's something that you'd like to participate in, we generally close the show with that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean that sounds easy and fun. So
all right, so let's we're gonna save you for the end so that give you a chance to give it some thought. But in the meantime, I'm looking across the table for probably not Danielle, who's giving me that.
I have one.
Oh, that was the look of like I don't know what you're talking about. Hopefully, it doesn't pick me. But that's okay. Go ahead.
It's actually what I'm drinking tonight. It's the Saint Cherry from Blake's Hard Cider. It's a bourbon barrel cherry hard cider. It's very, very good.
First time?
Yeah. I was a little nervous because of the bourbon part of it, but
did you think it was going to be like all bourbon?
yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. I was nervous.
Next time you try one of those and it turns out to be all bourbon, just make sure and let me know and I'll pick it up.
Okay. No, it's awesome. Very, very good.
Okay, awesome. And if you love Blake's, like there's
Yes.
another 6-pack in Nick's fridge there. You can help yourself too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Corey, you got a pick?
Uh,
Or you want to go second to last?
I'll go second to last.
All right. Nick, you got something?
I do, yeah.
right.
I do.
Okay.
These slippers I just picked up. I go through a lot of house shoes, and
Sorry, house shoes?
house shoes. Yeah, you take your shoes off, you put on your house shoes.
You take your shoes off in the house and put on house shoes?
You take out your outside shoes and you put on your house shoes.
inside shoes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'm with you.
yeah, so they're slippers, and
Good. I was hoping we were going to get him to admit that they were fucking slippers.
I'm gonna mute his mic here in a second. But yeah, so these
house
are
shoes.
Rock Dove memory foam house shoes, and they're pretty fucking.
He's 90. It's fine.
They're pretty fucking fantastic. These are awesome because like the problem that I have that I found is I go through a lot of pairs of house shoes because
Why is that?
He also wears a house coat. Too,
because you wash them and they fall apart.
Why do you wash your slippers?
Because they get disgusting. You wear something you wear every day. What do you wear every day that you never wash?
underwear.
These shoes. Shoes I wear. Shoes I wear. I don't wash those every day.
You heard it first.
What is wrong with your feet that you have to wash your slippers?
You heard it first on the Schnozzcast. Another something I've never told
What
anyone.
in the fuck?
So,
Oh, hello, super fan.
to interrupt Nick's pick real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, we just wanted. Well, I know you love that. Jason, as you can see here, look who just showed up to join the party.
Well, hello there.
Yeah, you can talk to him.
Hello there, Jason.
Hi.
He's like, I don't know you.
This is
Who is this strange lady?
This is Gina.
She's one of your fans. Say hello.
I think I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Super fan.
Look, he's trying to think about the pick of the week. Don't give him too many things to
he's
think
like,
about.
He's like, hold
Why?
on.
TikTok pick of the week. Something's got to give.
He's like, hold on. These aren't the photos she sent me.
You're a different one.
I was a 6'2" blonde. I'm not sure what.
Sorry
What?
to disappoint.
He's like, who's that lady?
Who's that lady?
Who is that lady in your studio?
Bob almost over here.
Oh.
Sorry. I'll back up now.
Oh, hi, super fan.
Yeah. You guys can get acclimated later, Jason, and
Yeah.
figure out who she is. But
She's
Questions.
like, I don't know what's happening. Right
TikTok questions.
yeah,
Instagram questions.
Yep, he's been answering a lot of TikTok and Instagram questions.
But
Yeah.
but you guys did say that there would be questions from in general from like people potentially watching or about what maybe they had questions about TikTok.
It looks like everything was basically coming from Todd that you're seeing on the Facebook room there. Yeah, Todd was really the only one that chimed in on that.
Monopolizing the entire conversation. That's classic.
Yeah.
Todd. Classic Todd.
Yeah, a lot of silent listeners.
Well,
But you do have Gina, and I'm sure she's has a wealth of questions that she'd like to ask you.
I have lots of questions.
But
Sounds like he answered all the questions.
anyhow, so Rock Dove house shoes are fantastic. That's all I have to say about that.
Nick, how fantastic are they?
The house shoes.
You can find them on just don't type in house shoes because nothing will come up. But you can find that's my own thing. That's just me. But you can find them on Amazon.
I think there was a special on them today, actually, from that Amazon group that we're a part of.
Of course, there was a special because I just got them like a week ago.
I think they were like half off today.
the elderly
great.
patients with dementia section of Amazon are putting on house shoes on sale.
They're slippers.
Exactly.
It says memory foam slippers.
Exactly.
They're amazing, and I did find out after I purchased them that
Only old people buy them.
that Corey has them as well.
He has two pairs of them.
I have them on right now.
Your
Shut
boyfriend,
the fuck
Your
up.
boyfriend's amazing. We all
Do you
know.
really?
He has a pair of slippers that stay at home, and he
You
has
know what? I could have seen them,
his
except you
travel
have
pair.
this tight-fitting tablecloth, and I couldn't even see them. So
Those are the travel pair.
So if you're
I've lost interest.
if
now.
you're curious because you're seeing those and you've never seen a slipper or shoe that wide,
I've completely lost interest.
There's Corey is able to there's like regular size.
and there's Fred Flintstone.
Yeah,
size.
there's regular size, there's wide, and Fred Flintstone, and Corey was able to. They have to fly them out and get them specially made. So
Yeah, with his spread fucking web toes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you for that pick, Nick.
you're welcome, and you're welcome as well, Jason. When you get a set of Rock Dove house shoes, you let me know.
Slippers.
Don't touch me.
All right, my pick is the Mandalorian.
Oh, I heard a lot about that
If
today.
if you have not watched it, if you have Disney Plus and you are a Star Wars fan, fucking fantastic. They just this past Friday, finished season 2. Unbelievable.
People said they cried. Did you cry?
I did not cry, but I was like, what? I sat up in my chair. I'm like, holy shit. But I'm an old school, like, Jason, I'm sure you've caught the wind by the rest of my co-hosts that I'm an elder gentleman. I'm in the 30 plus crowd. So
We're all in the 30-plus crowd.
I'm in the 40 plus crowd, Jason.
There we go.
Well-
He's like, be honest, Bob. I'm like, all right, Jason.
Okay, but let's
do 40 plus
Let's
crowd.
really be honest, Bob. He's in the 50.
I'm in the
plus
45
crowd.
plus crowd, Jason. So I grew up. I born in '69. I grew up on Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So the second season of Mandalorian, literally my childhood fantasies come to life. on a big screen that I could watch it in Dolby Atmos sound on a 65-inch television. I can't even tell you how happy I was to get through this last season. So if you haven't watched it yet, Disney Plus.
I haven't watched it.
What's that?
I haven't watched it.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot recommend it highly enough for you, Jason. If there's one thing you take away from this podcast, it's watch the fucking Mandalorian.
Great.
All right, sir. All right, moving on then.
Yeah.
All right, so Jason, have you had a chance to think about what would you recommend to?
I'm supposed to go last. I'm supposed to go last.
You
Yeah,
are.
it's
Oh,
Corey's
sorry.
turn.
Corey's going second to last. My
Wait,
bad.
thank you for keeping him honest. There's
Yes,
few
thank
people
you.
that do. So
He did make a small bathroom stop with a little bit of asshole issues. So he's back now, though.
Oh, hey. For my pick, I'm going to have to go with another podcast.
Oh, good. I was
Okay.
hoping you weren't going to go with like whoever made that sweater.
or can we cut
Triple
his,
Junction?
can we cut his microphone now, or are we just gonna
Anytime you're ready.
edit it out in post?
I'll do it in post.
Okay, thanks.
It's always good to cross promote.
Who's the podcast?
Anatomy of Murder.
The
Isn't that the one you
podcast
watch
is.
when you go to sleep?
I listen to.
Or
I was going to say, is he sleeping with his eyes open watching a podcast? What-
Yeah.
How are you watching?
All right, so the name of the podcast you're recommending is called Anatomy, of Murder.
Of Murder,
I
yes.
would never
Okay.
sleep to that. It's scary.
True crime stories.
That puts you right to sleep? You're like, no, I'm going to.
And her
Dude,
head was chopped off with a kitchen knife.
The narrator, she her voice is absolutely amazing.
Didn't you talk about this already?
No, this was Criminal was the other one.
Oh. I'm sorry.
He's got a raft of podcasts.
I do.
that-
I always
He
thought
puts-
murder podcasts that make him sleepy.
He puts on his Bluetooth
My headband.
headband.
Can we make a new segment called Corey's Murder Podcast that make him sleepy?
Sure, we can start that.
I feel like that we might get some longevity out of that.
Yeah, how do like scary murder-esque
It's weird, dude.
shows make you
I
fall
just
asleep?
don't know how much you actually hear though, because you instantly like lay your head down and start snoring. So I don't know
when-
what you're getting.
If he
out
puts
of
on like the police
podcast.
scanner that's scanning through like crimes in the area, does he go, I'm so sleepy?
The funny thing is though is that Danielle also has a sleep podcast, and it's this one. It's this one. She just
That's
plays
Hey.
it.
oh, absolutely
plays,
true.
Plays it back.
I'm doing really good today.
100%.
Killer Robot of the Week.
100%.
She just fast forwards.
Killer
forwards.
Robot is like
She
it's
fast
like
forwards.
ambient.
She fast forwards to Killer
It
Robot.
is like ambient. to
and she
Danielle.
just that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
out like a light.
drinking
I'm-
half a NyQuil after a turkey dinner.
Hey, I'm doing very good
It's like
today.
tryptophan.
Yeah.
Very good.
You are.
I would say-
Thank you, Jason Cline. You've made all the difference in keeping one of our co-hosts awake for 2 hours.
Yay.
So yeah, you will definitely have to be back on then, and this might have to be a
Because we
weekly
need
thing.
To keep Danielle
we
awake.
just need to keep Danielle
Maybe
up.
Jason Cline is the key.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
That's a great
makes me
Yeah,
feel, that makes me feel like shit, like nothing else does.
I'm used to only keeping audience attention for 30 seconds. So this is great. This is a record.
This is insane.
All right, so Jason, we're down to you, sir.
All right. I was debating whether or not to tell you a TV show or a product, and I'm going to just tell you both because, like, whatever. You're going to not have me on the podcast because I said more than one thing.
He's like, "Fuck you! I'm going out to the bang."
Maybe.
Here we go. So the show that I recommend, actually, sadly, am caught up to now. It's on HBO. It's on HBO Max. It is called His Dark Materials. It's a great show. It's based on a book series. Yeah, it's great. I don't want to give you too many details other than it's one of the better shows I've seen in this past pandemic year. So go check it out. His Dark Materials. Fun show. Good show. Second thing, which is bonus round, is a product. It's a company. Before I'm going to say the name and you're all going to laugh, but it's real. Okay. The name of the company is called Chubbies. They make clothing, but they make the world's most comfortable sweat shorts, which have been
What are you trying to say?
I've literally worn just sweat shorts for 9 months now. Business up top, sweat shorts down below.
Hold on. When you say sweat shorts, describe what are sweat shorts?
They go with
They're-
house shoes.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they're sweatpants that are cut off into sweat shorts. So they have the drawstring. They're made out of sweatpant material. They're super comfortable, really loungy. They have a back pocket and they have pockets on both sides so you can keep your phone, your wall. I've gone to the store in them. So,
Those sound right up Corey's alley.
So
Right up the laneway for Corey.
Jason, just so you know, I have at least like 7 pairs of
Corey owns no pants.
Under Armour sweatshorts.
Okay. These are better. Way better.
Wow,
So
hold on.
You have my attention, and
Did you not hear what he said?
Yeah, you give him a chance.
These are better, he just said.
These are better than what you've got.
that might be a bit of
No,
blasphemy.
shut the fuck up. Listen to him and maybe...
I am listening to him.
Maybe expand your horizons. Go ahead, Jason.
So you said chubbies.
Yes.
Okay.
Spelled
All right.
exactly as it should be.
With a K.
With an IES?
My brother was actually talking about those the other day.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
No, the shorts.
So your brothers...
Maybe you don't want to go to Google, though, and type it in the image search, but just go to chubbies.com and you'll get there.
Oh, no, it's fantastic. I've done it several times.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. All right. Casual shorts.
All right, Corey, we're going to keep your shopping for post-podcast work. So
do they make plus sizes for full-figured people like ourselves?
They make all sizes for all people. They even have a women's line.
Oh, Danielle.
I'm looking. They have.
So
Nice looking
she can
things.
expand her horizon. She doesn't have to just wear tablecloth pants. She can wear, other things.
They're leggings.
Whatever you want to call.
sure, yeah, whatever makes you sleep at night.
I sleep
I-
fine.
Already.
Yeah, I don't know when the Macho Man pants are coming back in style, but my dad was a bodybuilder and he used to have a bunch of Macho Man pants.
My dad had the same ones.
Hold on a minute. Your dad was a bodybuilder?
Yeah.
Well, stop. We're gonna save that. I want to save that for when you come back in the podcast.
Yeah.
Non-TikTok things that not delving too deep into Jason Kline's personal life, but more of a give us more of a sense of who Jason Cline is.
You want to know more about my dad's Macho Man pants? It's okay.
Yeah, but we're gonna bury the lead, Jason. We're gonna hold that until part 2 of this podcast.
What I want to know, Jason, is did you hear the Macho Man Randy Savage in our break?
Dude,
I don't think I did.
No, because you couldn't get in the room. So we actually have resurrected from the grave. He's giving the Schnozzcast a promo, and
Wow.
tell me about it. And you think you were expensive? We'll let you listen to it. It just came in this week. So, but we had it in our 15-minute interlude, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I see there are several prints on chubbies.com that
Okay, we're gonna hold on shopping until after the podcast.
that are very Macho Man like.
All right, so Jason.
Oh, yeah.
Jason, before we end the podcast, we are going to do one last final thing, and I'm going to give you the out here if you'd like to take it. You can either, door number 1, stay with the Schnozzcast and listen to us give each other assignments for next week for Gentleman's Agreement, or door number 2, some might consider the smart choice, bow out gracefully now and say goodbye and not have to listen to that. Up to you.
Wait, what was option number 1?
We're going to assign Gentleman's Agreement movies to each other right now before we sign off for the night. Nothing you have to do. Just literally like sit there and listen. Or if you need to drop, not a problem. We can say goodbye now, and then we'll close it out with the Gentleman's Agreement assignments.
All right, I'm gonna drop because I need a refill. But
So absolutely do that. So, Jason, thank you so much for joining. I hope all of our listeners actually go out and track you down and follow you on Instagram at Jane Cline Show and on TikTok at, please help me out again, Jason, for TikTok.
just type in Jason Cline. I'm the most popular Jason Cline on TikTok.
Okay. Of all the Jason Clines, he's the number 1 Jason Cline.
Yes, dude. Thank you again. Much appreciated. And we're definitely gonna have you back on for a second cast and do just a Jason Cline cast that has nothing to do with TikTok.
Yeah, we had a blast. I legitimately want to have you back. Hopefully, you had a good time too.
I had a fantastic time. This is my first ever podcast, and hopefully, I can join again as a guest in the future. I absolutely love it.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Well, like I said, it's we normally vote on things. There's like 3 of us for the podcast, but as you know, I got a hold of you through Instagram, and I do control the Instagram. So we'll see what happens.
God.
All right.
But yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for responding. Thanks for everything. You've been great.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Merry Christmas.
Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right. God, that was awesome.
Dude, that was a great guest to have on the show. He's an awesome dude, and I definitely want to have him back for.
Yeah, we've legitimately only really had 2 guests that weren't friends of ours on the podcast, and he was number 2. And
He just seems very genuine in everything he's saying too.
well, he definitely was open to answering any questions we had for him. And when you have something like that in a podcast, and you want to reassure them, like, oh, we're not going to give you like hardball questions that are really probing, like try to trap you or anything like that. And we set that that avenue very early on, even before we started recording. But still, you want him to feel comfortable, and he'd never done one before, and I think he was really comfortable.
Yeah, there was a couple times where I'm like, I don't want to go too far out of line here, and say something that he was like, yeah, I don't know about that.
And the level of difficulty for him was high because he's on a video, like remote video / audio connection, not here in the room with us. So, and he's never really, we haven't had this kind of conversation before in this format. So the jokey stuff, the jumping in with a point here or there, like he's not had to deal with that before.
Right.
And I think he handled himself really well.
Well, I mean, it's tantamount to, they say that you should never, have the panel interviews of 4 people versus 1. And I think it's, I'm saying that I think it's slightly intimidating, regardless of stature or how popular you are. I mean, he is up against 4 different people grilling him on questions and asking him different things. And he's just one person. So, but that being said,
we also are a podcast that gets far fewer viewers than he does. So the audience is the chance of him like torpedoing his whole career, very slim.
No, I'm not thinking about that. But just in general, if there was no one listening to us, you've got 4 people looking at you saying, "Hey, what's going on?
Yeah,
what are you doing? This and this and this."
Good point.
So,
and I think we've upset a certain person. There's a keyboard somewhere out in Seattle right now that's on fire.
How did we upset Todd Dillon?
He just
keeps going and typing. Like every minute he makes a comment.
Oh, that's alcohol fueled is what that is. I can't even read it from here, but it just looks like a whole just diarrhea of the mouth via the keyboard.
Stop patting yourselves on the back. You dudes are full of yourselves.
All right. So listen, so to close out episode 104, we have done Gentleman's Agreement early on in the show, and we are going to close it out now and bookend it by giving new assignments. So here's who we got. I have Danielle. Corey has me. Danielle, you have Nick, and Nick has Corey. So, I have a short list, Danielle, of some things I can assign to you that I've been thinking about.
Okay.
But if anyone else would like to go first, I will happily defer. Corey? Danielle?
I think I have. Nick, have you seen Bad Mom Christmas?
I'm sorry?
A Bad Mom's Christmas.
No.
Okay. Netflix.
A Bad Mom's Christmas or just
Bad Mom's Christmas.
Bad Mom's Christmas.
No way.
On Netflix.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That's what he got.
I got you, Bob.
Hold on a second.
I think you'll enjoy it. It's pretty funny.
Sweet.
Bad Moms. I feel
Corey
stupid.
liked it.
I feel stupid even typing this, but if Corey liked it, all right.
At least I didn't give you holiday. He watched it all by himself on his own.
Whoa, that's not something we need to talk about on here.
What?
All right, so
Let's act like that never happened.
Corey, you got me. You got something in mind already?
I do. Eater's Guide to the World on Hulu.
Now, remember, you just gave me an assignment last week with the history of nudity in film.
I'm very aware.
All right, what's it called?
Eater's Guide to the World.
On Hulu?
On Hulu.
Okay. Got it. All right. Nick, you got something for Corey?
Yeah, Corey, watch Frequency.
I already seen it.
Damn it.
That's a great movie, though.
Yes, it is.
It's not a movie. This was a series.
Wait, what? Series on where?
Netflix.
Who's in it?
I don't know.
People.
I don't know actors like you guys do. You guys are nuts.
I know.
The only Frequency I know is a movie with Dennis Quaid and Jim
that's
Caviezel.
exactly what I was thinking of.
One of my favorite movies. You're telling me this is something else?
Yeah.
Can you send him like a screenshot from?
And Danielle's showing me right now.
Oh,
Don't believe me?
No, I'd never heard of it.
It's on
before.
there.
It is on there. Okay.
Yeah.
So
All right.
So you're taking it?
Yeah, it actually got really, really, really great reviews. And just to spoil something for you ahead of time,
Nope.
you're gonna look up stuff about the show anyhow.
It's on Netflix, Nick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
It only got one season,
A lot of Netflix.
I saw that on there.
But
which is ridiculous. There's a lot of people that were pissed off.
Corey, you're
they
gonna
do that a lot.
you're gonna have to tell me if that's the same story.
That's kind of what one of the reasons I'm kind of interested in it is to see if it's just a series taken from the movie.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we will see. Okay, so I think we're down to me picking for Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Danielle.
Yes.
How are you on subtitles? I know Corey hates them.
I mean, it's not like a horrible thing.
Okay, I'm gonna give this assignment to you because I really want someone else to see it, but I can't see anybody else wanting to watch it.
Okay.
Parasite.
Oh, I actually kind of wanted to watch that.
Excellent. Okay.
Is it? Do you know what it's on right now?
I think I had to pay to rent it.
Okay.
But no, it might be on Hulu. So take a quick look on like justwatch.com.
It says premium subscription, but my brother has a premium one, so I might be able to watch it.
Okay.
But if I have to pay to run it, I have some.
On Hulu?
I'm going to tell you right now.
It's what we have is considered premium.
Is it?
I'm going to tell you right now. It's absolutely worth the $4, whatever it costs you to rent it.
I have some credits from Amazon, so.
Oh, excellent.
Amazon credits.
All right.
She got Amazon cred.
No rush shipping. You get $1 Amazon credit for.
No rush shipping on a digital movie that you're going to watch online in the cloud?
If you buy something and you don't need it right away and you choose the no rush shipping, you get $1 towards any kind of like music,
content.
video, audiobook.
But I think they also, after 100K that you spend on Amazon, they start giving you money back.
Yeah, that's probably when you get like your face on a plaque on the wall.
If only.
Uh-huh.
I wonder how much you get for not opening their packages.
Well, they don't care at that point.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
They do
That's
have
somebody who opened their sweater last night. You took it out of the box. You didn't take it out of the wrapping. So you didn't know it was as the size that it is.
Chris Farley.
No. What size is it?
Medium.
Is this medium? Yeah. Chris Farley would be proud of that sweater, sir.
It fits fine.
Fat man in a little coat.
I don't think it's as long as he'd like it
Fat
to be.
man
Because he keeps like pulling on it.
My whale tail is showing.
And with that, bringing it close to episode 104 of the Schnozzcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining.
That should be your title.
What's that, whale tail?
My whale tail is showing.
Give me the background behind why I should find that funny.
Why wouldn't you?
No, you don't find it funny. Just
I
continue,
don't.
Bob.
All right. For Schnozzcast, this is Bob saying good night, Nick.
Good night, everybody, and have a happy Christmas. Are we meeting up next week? I'm really thrown off here. What's going on next week?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I would say
we'll be
yes.
Yeah, but it's going to be what after?
Oh, is that
After Christmas.
After Christmas.
Oh, yeah,
Because
for sure.
Christmas is Friday.
Okay, so happy Christmas to everyone. Be good to yourselves and each other.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Okay, this
There you go.
just said Nick.
I totally
this
did.
is mine. This
And
is my
you fucked it all
outgoing.
up.
So anyhow, everyone have a good night and happy Christmas. Corey?
Good night, everyone. Merry Hanukkah. We'll see you on the next one. Danielle?
I was like, I guess I'll say my name.
Do you mean Chanukah?
Good
Hanukkah.
night and Merry Christmas.
Hanukkah.
Good Lord.
See you guys next time.
Wow.